This show is sponsored by BetterHelp. Do you ever find yourself overwhelmed by the decisions in front of you and worried you'll choose the wrong path? Therapy gives you a place to map out your options so you can trust your choices and get excited about the future. Visit betterhelp.com/allies to give it a try.
Hello, welcome to the Easy Allies podcast. I'm Daniel Bloodrose, coming to you from Los Angeles, California. This week I am joined by Bradley Ellis.
Hello.
Brandon Jones.
Hello. Yow.
Author extraordinaire. Michael Huber.
Brandon Jones.
Thank you both.
And making it all happen in the control room, Isla Hink.
Brapdoin Jones.
Joined by Gabby. And Don is coming later.
He's coming.
Isla, what would your Brabdoin be? How could someone just completely botch that?
I mean, the hidden S just
Ililicus.
makes it confusing. I haven't thought about it.
Isla.
Isla is what I get that every day. So
Starbucks. Isla.
yeah. They misheard me when I had a cold the other day, and they thought I said Ira. And then the girl who like talks to me every day at Starbucks, who's like, "Hey Queen," like, "Oh, how's your wife?" Like all that stuff. She was like, "Bye Ira," and I'm like, "God damn it, that's not my name."
Every time you gotta convince her.
Yeah.
Isla. Begin
Yeah.
corrections music, please.
Oh, okay. Boop.
I think I skipped the intro or something there. Anyways,
I don't know.
something happens there.
So yeah, you did-
correction, skipped intro right there.
Yeah.
We're talking about Activision and all this stuff.
Yeah.
Horror games. September sales report. There we go. First correction is the intro. Metroid Dread's Dread mode is not a permadeath mode. You get killed in one hit. But you can still go to save
Continue.
points and all that
Got
stuff
it.
and continue. Yeah.
Got it. I didn't bring up WoW Hardcore last time. I want to do that.
Go ahead.
Nice.
That's all. Just
did it.
permadeath.
Good job.
Oh,
Good
yeah.
job. You did
Nice.
it.
Okay. I want to do it as in I want to play it.
Yeah,
not I
sure.
want to bring it up.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
You did
Confusing syntax.
Yeah. Yeah. Sorry.
When we were talking about Kamiya's departure, I had asked Damiani if he remembered someone from Platinum Games going to Nintendo. It's the other way around. It was Nintendo's former managing director, Takao Yamane, who joined Platinum as vice president in July 2022. If you have a correction, leave it in the YouTube comments after on either the public version or the patron version of this episode. Start with the word correction and leave a timestamp so I know what the heck we were talking about. End corrections music.
Shout out to you, Blood, because you got the Infamous shirt on.
Oh yeah.
Didn't play a lot of the Infamous. First Infamous game I played, Festival of Blood. Went straight to that. Went straight to that. I think that was last year around spooky time.
Yeah.
They named that after blood.
And it, right.
Dude,
and it was,
Infamous 2 is like one of your favorite games of all time. You don't even know it.
I know.
Dude.
Well, I was not the Infamous, but the coin flip? What's the other side of that?
Prototype.
Coin? Prototype.
Yeah, we all
Yeah,
that was
that,
prototype guy.
Yeah.
that first party Xbox game over there.
Is what?
Because they own it now.
They own Activision.
Oh, it's a good segue.
Oh, Prototype Revival.
Prototype 3. It's just it's out there.
Dude,
yes.
Before we get into that, though,
yes.
we got to catch up with this man right here.
Hey!
Who just wrote a book. If
I
you're
did.
wondering why he's just carrying a book around in
It's
front
called
of him.
Whirly World. It's not too
Talk about that.
Google my name in the book. So yeah, I very shortly after saying adieu to all of these wonderful people, I wrote a book and it's out. It's ghost fiction, which I've learned is the category. It's a fun little bit of action. There's some action in there. There's some sequences you'll enjoy.
Is there a whip crack?
I describe a whip crack like a sound.
Okay.
But
Okay.
there's some gunfire.
Did you think of Die Hard at all when you were writing the action scenes?
Bro, I mentioned Die Hard when I did the reading
is.
today
There it is.
because I had it in my mind that I knew like the story's not going to take that much time. Like it only like you can count it in hours. Like it's really just kind of like every chapter goes right into the next one. I
love that.
And so I did have in mind like Speed, Die Hard, like movies that you'd watch where it's just like you're with that character the whole time.
Yeah.
And it's very rare that you like see what anyone else is doing. So
Training Day vibes.
yeah, it's a good, yeah. But yeah, it's about ghosts. It's about a guy who is a big fan of this theme park called Whirly World, and unfortunately dies inside of the park, and then finds out his ghost is stuck in the park, and all the other ghosts are just chill and they're hanging out, but he's like, there's got to be a way to get out of here. It feels weird that we're stuck here. And so why does he feel that way? What forces are keeping him captive? What are the other people who died and in other gruesome ways? So yeah, all of my park fandom and all the fun moments I've had in parks, it was fun to like make up this fake park.
Jones, you like theme parks?
I do. Not as much as I like video games. Whenever I tried to make my protagonist as nerdy as I possibly could, I was like, what would I do in video games that would be the equivalent? Because it's a lot. Yeah, it's a lot about like him looking back on his life and thinking, you know, did I go to this park too much? You know, did I spend too much time here, or can you? You know, like if you have any of us that have hobbies out there like video games, you're just like, did I spend too much time in 2023 playing video games? The answer is never yes, but it's a good thing to ponder.
Why did you want to go with the spooky direction of all the things that you could write?
I mean, I always want to write kind of something supernatural or at least like heavily nerdy. If it's like realistic and just nothing magical happening, like definitely want to do, because that's the stuff I just naturally gravitate toward. And I'm like scared that like something I write won't be good enough to not be sold in a way that I'm just like, ignore the writing. The concept is really the thing. You know, like I want to have something that I can, you know, explain in a very short amount of time, do like that elevator pitch. It was really I had the idea, and then I knew, because I was writing a different book actually, and it got like so tough. I was like, man, I got to do a lot of research, and I don't think I'm good enough at this point to like pull this story off. And then I was like, there's that other crazy idea about a theme park, and I would get nothing wrong, you know, like maybe if I alluded to like facts that he knows, I don't have to, you know, double check stuff. But I'm like, if I'm talking about my own park, like people can't call me out and be like, no, that's not what that is. So yeah, I think it was less about the supernatural element, more about just like, oh, I want to make, you know, I like in just one afternoon, I got a piece of paper and just like drew the park out, and so it was fun. It was like, you know, like open world fan, you know, it was just fun, like actually physically imagining this place. And I put the map in there, and the map is
That's always the
You're like
best.
Tolkien, dude.
Yeah, I love that.
Yeah.
So if you want to follow along, there you go, baby.
Wow.
There's Whirly World.
That's
And it's got
so
the
awesome.
legend, you know, if you want to follow along.
Oh my goodness.
And there's a lot of stuff in the park that
It's immersive.
you can read in the map, you know, like
I'm
there's
immersed.
Yeah.
There's what's another one?
Were there any part, like, what was the longest you were stuck on writing a part? How long? Like writer's block? Or were there any, or was it pretty free flowing?
Yeah, not to like pat myself on the back, but like it was pretty consistent. But
Nice.
it wasn't like I wasn't flowing. Like the comparison I made in the Q&A was it was like pushing a boulder up a hill, just like just write another page, come on. Yeah. So like there were times I didn't feel like writing, or like I'd say the biggest issue was what we did. This right now feels so good because it's like, yeah, we're all in a room, we're talking about games. There's people in that room too, and we're all making stuff. And you're writing, it's just like, I guess is this cool? I can't
Put some
tell. I don't
Spotify
know.
on.
Yeah, but I mean, even that, it's like just kind of that affirmation. It's not only collaboration, but it's just like having someone else be like, "Oh, it's a cool idea." You're like, "Thank you," you know. So like, I'm starting to get feedback now from people that finish the book. But like, you guys know Brent Phillips. He texted me and was like, "Hey, I'm on chapter 2. This is a good book so far." I was like, first review, literally like the first person that's not my wife to be like, oh, that was kind of cool. So it was lonely. Like that was the kind of the tough part. Was just like. Oh, I would rather do anything. And just gaming. I just put, Tears of the Kingdom I finished this year, and there's got to be something in the beginning of the year that I played.
Resident Evil.
Resident Evil. Nice. But for about 2 months now, I've nothing. Like I've just mobile games. That's it. You know, before I go to bed, I'll just play a little Galaxy of Heroes, and then so that tonight, Spider-Man 2, baby, in just a matter of hours.
Yeah.
That's gonna be my big. That's I had like an author friend who reached out who's also published her first book just recently. She was like, "We having a party? We can go celebrate." I was like, "Dude, Spider-Man 2 comes out a week later. That'll be my party." Send my son off to elementary school. Have fun, buddy. And just go home.
Nice.
Spider-Man 2.
So sick, John.
Did you consult with Luke Arnold at all?
Did I consult? No, I would love to reach out to him. I did. I mean, I consulted with him through the magic of, digital entertainment because he has 3 books out, 3 at least, I think, in a really great series. And he reads those books and like, man, it's like, I get it. Like people tell me, they're like, oh, I could listen to your voice. I really like to do that. Like he could read the phone book, man. That guy has just said, that guy's just beautiful from head to toe, inside, outside. Yep. And so, the world he creates really kind of fits into his playful personality. And so like, I listen to a lot of his stuff. His, much different, stories and different environments and stuff, but like just what it means for a person to narrate their own adventure and just kind of like, following those perspectives. He taught me a lot. Not face to face, not person to person, but I would love to give him a ring and be like, I did it.
Yeah.
It's done.
This isn't your only book, though. Not talking about the unfinished one you just mentioned. How's that other one going along?
I wrote a kid's book.
Yeah.
And it's being illustrated, and so I'm completely beholden to that. Much as I was like my least favorite things to do in Easy Allies and game trailers, anytime I like gave power to someone else, like, can you help with it? And then I was like, well, I'm just waiting for that person to finish their thing. So hopefully you'll get that done like next year. And that the difference with that is this I self-published because I just wanted to be a writer. I just wanted to like be able to put that on Twitter. Be like, okay, that's what I'm doing now. But that I think I'm actually going to try to get published. I think I'm going to reach out because it'll be finished, so I can actually send out like a draft, like a finished product to and that's such a very specific thing with agencies and publishers for novels. It's really kind of tricky. You look at all the stuff that they publish, all the people they represent, and it's like, do I fit in here? I don't know. Whereas kids' books, it's like, it's very clear, like, you are a company who I think would like this book. And, so.
What is writing that like, though? Because when I see, like, a kid's book and, like, I think about writing it, it's like, okay, that was like 15 minutes worth of work, but you have to somehow, like, pare it down to like, what kids will understand.
Right. I mean, it just that, like, it was all I was doing, like after, like, had the kid 4 years ago, and then just, like, I was like, man, I'm reading a lot of books, and like not to like like talk myself up, but like Amanda would be doing something in her office or like in the kitchen, and like I would be just sitting on the floor like reading books with Milo, and I'd be like, wow, some of these are really bad. Like some of these books are not good, and like the ones that were super good were just really inspiring. We're just like, oh god, I loved it.
Rainbow fish, bro.
The bats at the whatever, like bats at the ball game, bats at the library. There's this whole series called like where all these bats at night will like sneak into human places and like read books. Sick. Or like play a baseball game, and like those are just they all rhyme, and just the art is fantastic. And so I was just like, okay, I'm like really inspired. Not that it's like I read a lot more books now than I used to, but just like, man, when you get a good kids book, it's like, especially one that like holds up.
Yeah,
like, man, it's very inspiring.
Corduroy, right? Was that the one where he's in the mall?
Corduroy,
dude.
And
10 out of 10.
That one's shout out to
you. We
got Corduroy, read it many times.
Hell yeah.
Corduroy Goes to the Theater, and then they had a prequel one that was like a Christmas one that like they kind of break the lore a little bit. I wasn't a fan of that. But children's book podcast.
Have you read Jones? There's a children's book about a crayon that's a blue crayon, but it has a red like paper on it, and everyone keeps trying to tell the crayon that it's a red crayon, but it's like, well, I'm blue, obviously, and like when I like first came out, my cousin who has 2 daughters sat down and read me this book.
Oh my
God. I got like teared up, and he was like explaining how his daughters like understand what it's about, and like we're like, but she's a girl, and I'm just like, it's a good book. It's a kid's book.
Shout out. There's another one that Milo brought a book home from school. I was like, what? And they had the library at school, and he just brought one home. It's called Neither. And there's like rabbits, there's blue rabbits and yellow birds, and then out pops a green like rabbit bird. And it's like, oh, I'm with you. And they're like, get out of here. You're neither. You're neither one of us. And it's like, what? And so they like wanders out and finds like all these other, people that are like, we didn't fit in either. And they're all like totally chill and nice. And it's like, that sounds
sweet.
There's
That's
a
like
lot.
Gonzo
There's totally.
Yeah.
Like, I'm an alien. There's a lot of like,
whatever.
There's a lot of books that like Milo's like, oh, that's kind of fun. Like, and I'm like, yeah, in a couple of years, I will explain this book to you, And of course, like all sorts of fun old books. And I'm like, oh, that one doesn't hold up. We're going to put that.
Have you
that one just has some terminology in there. We're just going to skip that.
Have you revisited Are You My Mother? That book like terrified me as a child.
Yeah.
The part where the little bird comes up to like the front loader or whatever. Fucking scary shit. It's scary. Maybe that's why I'm afraid of giant man-made objects. Who knows?
Yeah, put them underwater and it's just over
God.
for you.
Yeah.
So you told us what you've been playing and not playing, basically.
Mm-hmm.
What have you been like watching or whatever? What's getting your head cooled down if not games?
Well, there was one thing I intentionally didn't watch that I'm watching right now and very much enjoying. But Amanda found a show that is on the BBC, and I guess they have a American version on CBS called Ghosts.
Okay.
And it's
That show's funny.
It's hilarious. It's these people that inherit this house, and they go in, and there's like ghosts from like different centuries that are all just stuck there, and they have to deal. And so like like she's like, we should watch the show together, and I'm like, I'm almost done with my book. Like it's you literally just described like the plot of my book. Let me just finish this, and then I will enjoy that. And like they're very different things, but it just the humor is extremely sharp and absurd. And I guess it was created by like an improv team, so like you can tell like all of the characters like really own like the roles that they play. And
I didn't know that.
You can tell like a lot of the jokes don't necessarily come from like a Vince Gilligan, like this is my world that I made. It's like, no, you like that was clearly your dumb joke that you came up with. Like my favorite guy is a like Boy Scout leader who got an arrow to the neck. So he just has his arrow like the whole show just sticking out his neck. Where he's got like the short shorts and like the scout uniform, and he's so pure, and like a lot of the people are like really terrible that he's got to deal with. That's a fun one.
And then Troop, any roles we should be looking out for?
Buffy,
Recent releases?
dude.
Yeah,
Buffy.
she's in the
Buffy.
Buffy radio drama.
Yeah.
That's
Whoa.
Fucking hype.
That she can't promote. I can promote it because I'm not in I'm not in SAG-AFTRA, but like
right.
yeah, it's interesting. She actually has been a lot of her projects have been coming out that she can talk about because they do just kind of weave through that weird, the rules. But she's in on HBO Max. There's a show that just came out that is Spanish, I believe, Mexican stop motion is a company, and so she voiced the English dub of one of the monsters, like that's in episode 3. It's called like They All Drown or something. It's like and so she just does like monster stuff so well. She always like does like zombies and crazy stuff,
Awesome.
and so she's this little like water monster in that. And then shout out to not Through the Spider-Verse, Across the Spider-Verse, Over the Spider-Verse. What are they? What's the Into the Spider-Verse? And now we are Across the Spider-Verse.
Yeah.
And she is a bunch of different characters in that.
Yo.
When you are in the spider world, when you go in, she makes some spider. She like her camera she walks across the screen. She does a bunch of like random voices, but she is Spider Cat in like the 2 random sequences where Spider Cat chases Miles around. She did a little cat screech. Yeah, that's all that just jumps ahead for right now.
Awesome.
Yeah.
And then
Through the Woods and Into the Spider-Verse is very funny, Chad.
Through the Woods and Into the Spider-Verse. Yeah, and then chat. They want to know about Sophie.
Sophie is fantastic. Yeah, Sophie just she got her teeth brushed. She had to get a tooth removed while they were in there. But yeah, she's doing fine, and my 4-year-old is doing well. They are very good together. I'm trying to think of what's like specific Sophie news. Oh, I mean, big change in her life. If you're really thinking about like big developments, we had the dog door when we first got the house, but then we were like, well, the cat might get out, and so we'll close off the dog door. Now the dog door is open. The cat does not want to go through the dog door, so Sophie can come and go whenever she pleases.
Nice.
So yeah, she's very happy about that freedom. I feel bad because there was like one time I like came in and I was so used to me opening the door and her going through the door when I opened it, and she went for the dog door, and I just she like swung around like halfway through the dog door. Sorry. Yeah. Doing well.
Nice. All right. Let's get into some headlines. The long journey is over. But as Phil Spencer said, it's just the beginning.
Just the beginning.
Activision is finally a part of Xbox. Happened last Friday.
The balloons come down.
Yeah, there's a lot of...
Yeah, we did it, everybody.
Yeah,
we did it.
We made it through news story after news story after news story to get to this point. First announced in January 2022.
Oh my God.
It's how long
Wow.
we've endured
Almost 2
this
years.
Almost 2 years.
story. Bobby Kotick will continue as CEO of ABK through the end of this year, and he's out.
Yep.
He's out of here.
He knows this year ends in like 2 months, right? Like,
Yeah.
Okay.
And then along with that, since for all the regulatory nonsense that went on, Ubisoft also announced like, hey, we got those cloud streaming rights. Watch out for these games on Ubisoft Plus.
Yeah. Yeah. That was funny how that ended up like that.
Yeah. And then so they released this trailer. Isla, you could go ahead and roll this thing. Did any of you watch this thing?
Yeah, no,
I didn't
somebody.
see this.
Yeah,
I wish we could put the sound on for you, Brad, because it's so
Starfang.
ridiculous. It is
Yeah.
so cheesy.
Well, it was Asbo Zapruder reached out, musical theater fan,
Yeah.
because they use Oklahoma.
Oh, what a beautiful morning.
Wait, for this?
for this. That's
There's
how like
a bright
off the
golden
rails it
haze
is.
on the
yeah.
meadow.
Call of Duty. Yeah, that makes me think of that. Definitely.
But it's funny because like every game is old. Like there's no
Yeah.
game in this trailer that has not come out yet, and so you're like, yeah, that game was fun when I played it. Yeah,
Yeah.
Fallout was also
76.
good. Like,
But
yeah.
they also have sound
I have
effects in
finished
there, Brad.
Starfield. Like, sure.
They pulled
That's
It's
from a
About
movie, but sure.
Time
Yeah.
from StarCraft 2.
Bro.
And I'm like, you can't do that.
You can't do that.
You don't have any StarCraft games anywhere on
Yeah,
the
StarCraft
horizon.
is like, and you're showing like clips from fucking Shadowlands or like Battle for
Warfare,
Azeroth.
dude.
Like you're showing Battle for Azeroth, which like everyone hated. Like why?
But I mean, you can tell the production house that made this trailer, they were not.
They
didn't-
clearly don't
didn't-
know any of the
They didn't have a
stuff.
list based on player feedback. You know, like
Dude, that was like the StarCraft 2.
That was the.
what I
That's
just
exactly
said.
what it is. Yeah, it's
Teaser.
the
That's
what
about
I mean.
time. Yeah,
Oh my god.
they did that.
Hey, we saw Hellblade in
That's
there, though.
okay. I wonder if that was
That's
the-
not out yet.
I wonder
Look
if
at
was the
that
first or
old
second one.
StarCraft shit. It's like they ain't coming to StarCraft, dude.
But it's the funny thing about trailer. Like I was so pessimistic about this trailer, and then it just gets you, man. It's the thing about trailers. Like
nostalgia.
They get
They'll
the
get you.
right, especially when they take a piece of music and then like all of a sudden the orchestra comes in. You're like, this orchestra wasn't in this piece of music originally. And then just stir emotions. And like, ah, damn it. I want to make fun of it, but you got me.
It's a good day to play.
Yeah.
Except our games
and
won't be
then
on Game
this,
Pass.
This end screen, I love
Yeah.
Activision, Blizzard, King, plus you. I'm like,
who,
I didn't
me?
get bought.
Yeah, who?
When did Xbox buy me?
Do I get a
You
piece
didn't
of
check-
that million?
from the start.
Check your inbox, pledge.
Oh goodness.
Yeah, it's weird.
Phil Spencer went on the official Xbox podcast to discuss all this stuff, talking about all kinds of stuff. He's getting ready to fly out to all these different studios.
Yes. It's like I don't really know much about King.
Going out to Stockholm.
All right.
See King and talk with them, and then coming down here for Activision and Blizzard stuff. He said that the work has started for the Game Pass library, but because of all the regulatory stuff eating up everybody's time, it's not like when they had Bethesda tours. Like, all right, we just got a library of games we're going to drop right now. It's
Yeah.
like now they got to still figure
Yeah.
out Game Pass.
Build
stuff.
that
man.
anticipation, though. You know.
Yeah.
When's that WoW Xbox
coming.
version? Where's
Right.
that at?
Right?
Right.
Good question.
Yeah.
It's coming.
He said specifically about Call of Duty that he doesn't want players to miss out on skins or timing, etc. He wants parity across all platforms.
Oh, what a world we live
He
in.
doesn't think that helps
Skins is the first talking point.
the community. Well, it's not the first talking about. I'm just kidding.
yeah.
But it's like, but essentially, like he doesn't want any of those like timed exclusives. He even brought up the beta that just happened, where it's like a week later that it came out on Xbox, you know, and all that. And
For 10 years, at least. For 10 years.
We'll see. But that goes to Harrison Holt McHale wrote in. However, one of Stan quotes is, "We have no goal of somehow using Call of Duty to get you to buy an Xbox console."
Saw that. Yeah.
Do you think Phil is telling the truth here or bending the truth?
Bending the truth. Lies of P is real.
Yeah, that's some lies.
What? You did not spend $69 billion to
Yeah.
not try to sell more Xboxes.
Yeah, that's insane.
That is, an insane statement.
Yeah.
It's like we won't tell you to do that. You might want to, but I'm not going to say that specifically. None of our trailers we use that language.
Yeah,
but
we haven't, we didn't buy Bethesda for that. That's why we have Starfield on PS5 and stuff like that. And Elder Scrolls 6 is going to be on PS5,
Yeah, when
right?
Elder
Because we
Scrolls
want
6 comes out.
everyone to play it anywhere, right?
Yeah, everyone.
No, Phil, just say it.
Yeah.
You spent the money to help the brand. Just say it.
Just say it.
Just say it.
Just own it.
Just own it.
that's the
Yeah.
thing about the "and you" at the end. Like, unless you don't own an Xbox, then it's not really. Then you're not invited to this party.
I mean, there is that could be an angle of it though. It's like,
What?
they're publishing a game that they're selling on other platforms.
Yeah,
they're
some.
still making money off of it if it's on PlayStation 5.
Yeah, some
So-
games.
Yeah.
Some don't, though. Some don't make it. You don't know. There's no consistency. You just don't know.
This is true. They are asking him about wish lists of games, that people have, like from the old
Prototype.
franchises, like prototype wish list. There, yeah,
Also, singularity, dude. Come on.
yeah,
Let's go.
yeah. So he said, but part of this flying around is like he wants to find out what the teams want to work on, and that's like what he wants to lead the way. Is like, okay, what are you guys interested in, and what do you want to do? and like figuring out that they are all in a place where they're going to be happy about the stuff they're doing.
I think that's great, but I also remember what they have done with their back catalog, and a lot of it has not been great. Let's think about Battletoads. Not very good.
Not great.
Banjo-Kazooie is just gone.
Just gone.
Yeah.
Just gone. All these IPs people want. Killer Instinct is just gone still. Oh, you got like a patch maybe like that. It's just gone still. It's like, what are you doing with all these IPs you already have?
Sekiro 2, it's probably going to be like an exclusive or something now.
They don't own Sekiro.
They don't?
No.
But they
don't.
publish.
They
right?
publish it here.
Okay. So it
From
would still
Software
be
owns-
PC or
From Software owns
PlayStation and everything?
Sekiro.
Okay.
Yeah.
Huber.
Yeah,
Got it.
but Brad, he did actually acknowledge that they could be doing a better job of looking at their past franchises and nurturing them.
You sure could have.
Well, that's like that's just the vibe I get from Xbox whenever I think about it. It's like
We're sorry.
it's a big company that owns like a lot of stuff, but like still waiting on it's like we've finally seen Fable now, but like still waiting on that to come out.
Yeah.
That Perfect Dark game.
Still waiting on these are just like so many things cooking already that like the indie game that I'm assuming is going to be Xbox exclusive. Like it's just like there's just a lot that if they announce it now or he says he's going to check on these teams and what they're going to start to do, it's like we're not going to see that for half a decade or so
Right.
it's just weird. It's like good for you guys. Like that's like the best I can muster. Just like that was a good deal you did. On social media, I compared it to like when Apple just flipped out when they got the Beatles on iTunes. They're like had billboards, and it was like, okay, yeah. I could go listen to that music right now if I wanted to. Nothing happened,
Right, right.
This didn't get easier for me. But I bet the lawyers worked real hard on that. So good job. A lot of paperwork. Congratulations.
They're asking about some of his personal favorites from the Activision Vault. Said he likes the Tease Hexen, of course.
Yeah.
Since he grew up with that.
Yeah.
love
It's like
Hexen.
the
But there are
shirt.
no concrete plans or anything. Nobody's been talking about making that.
But it
game
needs a
yet.
champion like
Yeah.
that.
Like that.
That is
Exactly.
how games revive and get
Also,
made.
also, Jones brought up King's Quest.
Oh,
Yeah.
which I mean that had a that was a
reboot.
fun revival.
Yeah,
I don't know
he
what else
actually
you
talked
can.
about that. They even put B-roll from that King's Quest revival that
was
I
cool.
don't think really went that far, but
I wonder what you
I
could
liked
do.
it
Yeah,
too.
yeah.
Yeah. Are they going to
It
do
came
like
at a good vibe.
a new Crash, a new Spyro?
Right.
Could we get StarCraft something?
Right.
Pray. I pray.
I mean, I wonder if they're going to bring some of these old things to PC also, like with
Right.
the
Yeah, I
Game
could
Pass
see
app
maybe
and all
that. Doing some of that.
It's time for Warcraft 4.
It's been time
been
for Warcraft
time,
4.
dude.
It's been time
StarCraft
for
is done.
Warcraft. It's been time for WoW 2 for
Right.
a long time.
Yeah.
And was that Corden Guitar Hero meeting already discussed
my
on the
God.
podcast, or is
No.
that?
No, we didn't get into it. I heard about it.
I could not believe
But-
that was real.
Yeah. Yeah, I thought it was a bit.
Yeah, I thought that was an actual bit.
It's funny though because Phil,
Like hard drive mag, it's like did that?
when
It's a
he was
funny
talking
headline.
about Guitar Hero and Skylanders, he was talking about like those are just like moments in time that can't be repeated.
Right.
So it's like I don't know if they'll really try to bring back Guitar Hero or not.
I don't think it's a good
I don't
idea.
think so.
Yeah.
I don't see.
I don't think so.
Because when they like brought it back before, I was like, oh, that's a really clever way to bring back Guitar Hero, and that was did not catch on.
Could they
Right,
bring it
so-
back like in VR or something?
That's not enough, dude.
Yeah.
I mean,
so-
it's called Beat Saber.
Yeah.
It's like, it's-
Yeah.
Go play Beat Saber. They-
Totally.
They got it.
Yeah, I mean
Somebody figured that out.
they could,
Yeah.
but it wouldn't be what Guitar Hero was. It wouldn't be like the pinnacle number
Right.
one selling thing of the month game.
Well, and
Yeah.
also as Screaming Argonaut points out in chat, like the reality that we're in is like streaming is really important, and DMCA claims and stuff like it just doesn't mix with streaming. Either.
Yeah, they would probably have some setup towards like you could watch other people in the game,
Yeah.
Or something like
yeah,
that.
like watch party. Yeah.
but you wouldn't be able to do it on Twitch because Twitch would just shut it down, or they could do that thing that Twitch tried for a while and then turned off.
Twitch sings, which I never got to do.
Yeah, but you couldn't
Right.
have VODs for that, right? It
I
could be live
yeah,
only.
I don't think you could.
Yeah.
Jones is here, so I get to bring up Grand Theft Auto. How are they going to do licensed music in that game now that we live in a streaming world?
They'll just have streamer mode.
such like
Where it's
such
eerie-
a big part of the
eerie
identity of
silence.
that game,
It's
though.
not what they care about.
Yeah.
They
Yeah.
do not care
Yeah, it
about
doesn't
protecting the streamers.
Didn't give me a chance to answer. I'm just kidding. Because of that, I will jump in on something that doesn't necessarily have to do with Activision Xbox. But I saw Quest 3 is coming out, and I saw somebody post something where you like have the goggles on, sit at your piano, and it Guitar Heroes your piano.
Yeah.
So like the keys all line out, and then all the
Oh,
like,
I did see that.
pump in
I
what
did see
song
that.
or whatever, and you just play. You see you get the cues from all the different
Dude,
keys that are
they're-
growing up.
Cool.
It's like like
That's smart.
Programs like that have been around for
cool.
a while. I kit bashed one onto my. Oops, wrong camera. Kit bashed one of those onto my Quest 2. It didn't work great. But if it were native, I think it would probably
Nah.
work better. Those
Yeah.
are interesting. It's
Just a
not a
cool
great
concept.
way to learn piano, in my opinion, but who knows?
it's an entertaining way. You
Yeah,
know, if you
yeah,
kind of
yeah,
get
yeah.
sick of the hard way, it's like kind of fun to maybe not like play something you've never played before, but like if you're good,
Yeah.
if you're like struggling with something, maybe it's a
What's
entertaining
cool
way
is
to
you
do
can
it.
hook your your piano right into the Quest or your VR unit of choice, and it reads the notes through like MIDI or USB, and so it can tell like it's like perfect sync, like 1-to-1, like you know exactly
cool.
what you're hitting and stuff. It's good.
Yeah, and he talked about King and the mobile stuff, and
Skip.
yeah, well, Skip,
Oh,
but it's like he was talking about like
it's huge.
they have to be relevant on mobile,
Yeah.
in the future of that company. And in a way, it was like it almost seemed like the way he was talking about it was almost like that was like they were separately looking out for like who can we get to help us out in mobile. Could almost to the point to where like if you read it the wrong way or whatever, like you could assume it's like the whole reason they bought Activision is just to get King.
Yeah.
Certainly a large part of it.
Yeah, because he says that that's a team that like knows how to find success
Yeah.
on that
Yeah, yeah.
platform, and it's like it's their job to go and learn from them and figure out what they can do with them.
Yeah, it was like Sony when they bought Bungie, kind of learning some of that live service
Yeah.
stuff.
And he did say it was like we're not going to put all our franchises into mobile games.
Right.
Not going to make everything free to play. It just adds to the diversity of business models.
How many King trailers do you allow in the next Xbox press conference?
Right.
Oh my goodness.
Whoa.
There's got to be one. I mean, there's
Yeah.
got to be one just
Great
like, oh
bet.
man, I'm
If
going
Kate
to the bathroom,
Upton,
like.
if Kate Upton comes on the stage, we'll know that it's like Clash of Titans or whatever the fuck it's called.
But
And they did mention that this deal doubled the number of studios that they have.
Yeah,
Wow.
insane.
Straight
They are
double.
insanely huge.
it's crazy. But then it's just like I don't want to get my expectations too much because it sounds like, man, we're going to hit a point where there's just going to be too many damn things to play on Xbox, and like I can't envision that. Like it just seems like stuff gets canceled all the time, and
Yeah.
stuff takes forever.
Yeah, and that's one of the
You
things
just
they
saying
sort
Perfect
of
Dark. I forgot about that. Right?
Yeah.
It brought all it back up. Like no,
Forever ago.
the trailer was so good.
yeah.
And you were talking about like, these announcements, you won't see these things for half a decade. That was that announcement,
Yeah. Yep.
I think we even said that, like when it happened, you're like, okay, see you in, 5 years, Perfect Dark. It's like, oh my goodness.
If you're lucky.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he did sort of leave off on that. It's like the goal is to empower the teams and like let them know it's okay to try things and that failure is okay and all of that. So it's like
Yes.
that kind of thing. It's on them to not pre-announce something like Perfect
Yes.
Dark until it's like ready.
Even Hellblade 2. My goodness.
Yeah.
That game has
Yeah,
just taken
good
too
God.
long.
I am so shocked
it's
at how
too
long
long.
it's taken.
Dude, like they're
Yeah.
showing that game.
It's
like,
absurd. Yeah. I mean, it'll probably be incredible. Ninja Theory is one of my favorite devs in the biz, but like just the wait has been agonizing for that game.
I think it's great giving power to the devs, but also keep your eye on them. Also, we don't want another Redfall situation going on here. And
Yeah, I think he
acting like
knows
you don't
that
know what
lesson.
happened. Yeah, I hope so. Blood. They just doubled their amount of studios now, so
It's a lot of oversight.
it's a lot of oversight.
And he did say that like part of the the issues with bringing Bethesda on board was like it happened like in the midst of the pandemic and all of that.
sure.
And so he couldn't just fly around everybody's offices and all of that. So hopefully, yeah, it'll be better around. But he's out there right now.
Yeah,
He's out there going
out
place
there
to place.
talking.
Boots on the ground, Phil.
Yeah. So what do you want to see from these different divisions? Like Activision first off. Like what Activision
Dude,
stuff do you want?
prototype.
Yeah?
Let's go. Straight up. And what a great time for it, I feel like. Open worlds are as popular as they've been, and Prototype has like shades of superhero vibes in there.
Those guys were initially behind the Hulk game, right?
Ultimate Destruction.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Incredible.
So it's
game.
to me that feels like a direct line of competition to the Spider-Man games.
Yeah.
Yes.
You're
It's
so
the
right,
exact
Woodworth.
same format,
Yes.
Get out there, get some crazy powers.
Yeah.
And just
gotta find
smash
the
things,
right
yeah.
team to do that.
Yeah.
To
Well,
beat Spider-Man.
You were just so evil in that franchise. Like you would literally
Oh, yeah.
consume people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like you would. That
One
was
and two.
I think that was one of my favorite. I don't remember if they did it in
Ugh.
one, but I know they did it in two. And that was just like all of a sudden you would get a tag, and it's like this guy over here, and you're like, where is he? And he just like, give me your knowledge. Run up a building, and just like some guys on a smoke break, like and he just like carnage him into your arm, like
sick.
Blah. It's fun. It's fun to be the bad guy. And then you were like a bad guy trying to stop the bad guy in the next one. Yeah. It's fun.
Yeah, that was cool.
Playground of destruction.
Activision, there's so many teams within Activision, I guess.
Right.
Ravensoft, I want to see them do something. Because they've been on Call of Duty for so long now.
Maps and shit.
They should hopefully get to do something on their own, something that they want to make, actually, something brand new IP. I don't know, who would do, I just don't know when Crash is going to come back, or Spyro or anything now, that they have both of those.
Yeah, I mean, I know that's one of the things that people have been kind of chucking around is like, okay, what if, the Crash team makes a Banjo-Kazooie, or, Rare gets Spyro, or, what if, all of these kind of different cross-pollination things.
I actually like that what you just said, though, about Twister Bob doing that. Okay. All right,
Speaking of Raven. Soldier of Fortune. Soldier of Fortune.
Alongside Call of Duty?
True. Yeah. I mean, Soldier of Fortune was all about just big gore.
Yeah.
More bombastic guns blazing. But I mean, I guess Call of Duty kind of is like that too sometimes.
Yeah.
But yeah, I guess
guess.
so. Yeah, you're right, Brad. Dang.
Vicarious Visions, I know they got absorbed by Blizzard. Maybe
Right.
they could free them from Blizzard jail or something. And they can make a new game I don't know, Tony Hawk 3 and 4, I guess. 1 and 2
remaster.
was really good.
Yeah, I think
Diablo was really good by them.
Yeah.
Or something brand new. But yeah.
Because I feel like Tony Hawk 1 and 2 did well enough.
Yeah,
It's
I think
just-
so.
And they were beloved.
Yeah.
People
Yeah.
really loved
Yeah.
that package for
Yeah.
sure.
Jones, you got any
They got
thoughts?
Tenchu, right?
I don't know
I
if
mean, they were
own...
publishing it here. I don't think that they have it.
Yeah, I don't know if they own it.
Dude, I miss you. I miss you guys talking about Tenchu together.
Yeah.
Well, there hasn't been one to talk about in a long time, so...
I will add that I saw online that somebody was like, this has to happen, right? They're like, Master Chief and Marcus Phoenix have to become COD operators, right?
Oh,
just, just put them in COD.
Everything is coming. We're about to get into that.
Yeah, that
later.
is- it's
There's
nuts.
so many ridiculous things in COD now.
Yeah. I know. I saw it playing for less than a year. All of a sudden, it's like, whoa.
You're just like, let's just do it for next year.
Yeah.
Let's just go all in. Just do it.
Yeah.
Just do it.
Tenchu as a series has had 3 different developers, it looks like. Acquire, K2 LLC, and From Software.
Yeah, do they own the IP from software?
Who owns that?
Unclear.
I want to say
Yeah.
they do also.
Yeah. Blizzard, though.
Yeah. Okay.
Warcraft
So
4.
yeah, we got a lot of stuff we could do here.
So many things.
Yeah. We
Lot
could
of
fire
stuff.
some sexual predators.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Hell yeah,
Apparently,
blood.
FromSoft owns the rights.
Got it.
A WoW console version.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
beyond time for this.
I mean, Final
How is
Fantasy
this not
11
happening?
was on console.
Yeah.
It's like, what went wrong? Why was that never?
That was out before WoW was out.
Yeah. And they even did WoW Classic before the
Right.
console version, which is mind blowing. But Brad, I'd love your take, and obviously you too, Jones. But is it too late for a console version of WoW?
I don't think
No.
so.
It's not too late, right? I feel
No.
like it could really it could
And
hit a target audience.
BlizzCon's coming up, and they're like, we're going to talk about what's coming up for Warcraft. Like,
Yeah.
it could mean anything.
Yeah.
But,
They're going to show the expansion.
people have been asking for like a WoW sequel for 12 years or something,
Yeah.
right?
I think they're too afraid to do a WoW sequel.
Yeah.
Just because that's so much work and so expensive.
And Overwatch 2 probably scared them because it's not.
Overwatch,
Yeah.
Yes.
Even Counter-Strike 2 is
yeah.
kind of weird at the moment, where it's like, dude, this is kind of like, why does it have a 2 on it?
Yeah.
You know?
Right.
Oh, yeah. The whole thing.
I'm really hoping now that they will be under the Xbox banner now is like there's like better structure with these teams, and things aren't as taking so long to get them done. And the company itself is just not making really stupid decisions, like canceling the PvE mode and stuff, and like Overwatch 2, and just doing stuff where you're just like, why would you even do this? Why are you even doing this? Like, someone needs to tell them to stop. Just stop. Like, don't do this kind of stuff, man.
Even Diablo 4 has been struggling lately.
Yes.
Season 1 was kind of a disaster.
Isn't the latest thing
Season 2 just
improved
came
on it?
out. It launched with technical difficulties. They had to delay the hell out of it. But early response from it is that it is like Diablo 4 2.0
Yeah.
because
Oh.
they addressed everything.
Yeah.
You level 40% faster, the mounts are better, everything is more streamlined. Like
Yeah. I saw somebody saying it was less
everything.
grindy. Yeah.
Way less grindy. Like everyone is like, okay, now Diablo 4 is cooking. So it's on the.
Is this the one with Das Vampires?
Yes, it just
Ah.
launched. Just launched a couple days ago.
I think
Dead
it's,
game.
it's just this thing with Blood. Everyone thinks of Blizzard not in a good light nowadays.
Yeah.
They are not the shining star that they used to be. They are a completely different team. They are a shell of their former selves, unfortunately. So hopefully they can get back to a glory kind of state.
Yeah.
Because we love Blizzard, man. Like,
Yeah.
we love
It's
Blizzard.
our childhood. you
Yeah.
know?
But to that though, because BlizzCon is just a couple weeks away, do you think that there's something there that like again like Xbox learning things? Could they learn from that events team? Because BlizzCon has been a great event in the past.
Yeah.
That like we get like an Xbox con in the same kind of vein. You know, like
sure.
it's not that Xbox hasn't been doing events, but they've always felt like
XSX.
smaller satellite events to the big thing.
You mean
right?
just tying Xbox, the brand, into it more so?
Yeah.
Not even necessarily like replacing BlizzCon, but
No.
like having an Xbox con that's like BlizzCon.
Oh, a separate one?
XCOM.
Like how PSX kind of was?
Yeah,
I mean, I thought they would have done that a long time ago.
right. But they haven't.
They haven't. I mean, yeah,
I mean, with
guess
all
it's
these
possible.
studios now, it'd
That's
be
what I
probably
was
a good
thinking.
idea.
They have a lot, yeah.
Do you think they'll merge BlizzCon and QuakeCon?
I think
Oh,
that'd
that's
be.
funny, yes.
I think that would be a
Both.
nightmare.
I was thinking that too.
I think that'd be a nightmare because they're
It'd be
like
crazy.
humongous and they're very different
Yeah.
things. What you go there for, it seems like.
Day 1 is QuakeCon. Day 2 is BlizzCon.
I think BlizzCon will always be BlizzCon, essentially. Like
Right.
separated,
It's pretty
though.
iconic.
Yeah. In terms of like Microsoft stuff being there, though, like console versions of some stuff, yeah, I guess that's possible. It feels like maybe the only thing I could see is a port, maybe of it. WoW. I feel like it's too early because whatever they're going to show at BlizzCon, they've probably been working on for a while.
Yeah.
So that probably was even before the company was even considered being bought. So I don't know.
I mean, they still don't have official controller support, right? You have to get like a third party.
Oh, no, yeah, there's none of that.
It's just
No.
so
No,
wild.
I mean,
it's
yeah,
so
WoW's a
mind-blowing.
WoW's a weird thing.
yeah. It's
Yeah.
just
It's a weird place.
it's not like you're some struggling company. I just don't understand
Right.
how you don't have like a fucking controller inputs. You gotta have like some backdoor modder do it. Like what?
Yeah, they need some wins at Blizzard, pretty badly.
Chat says that they did add controller support, but it's not very good.
Oh, it's so bad no one even knows about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What in the world?
Jones, you look like you got
In
something
fact,
to
it's
your
so
tongue.
People like
bad
to
they
post
still
their
use the
lists. I'm on Den of Geek right now. It's got Tenchu on the list.
Tenchu.
So who knows? I'd obviously love to see that. Lost Vikings.
Oh, right.
They did
Big
that.
fan of Lost Vikings back in the day.
Yeah.
They did a
The classic collection thing, right?
Yeah, classic collection.
Yeah, where they had some Lost Vikings on, which is cool.
Potentially fun to. I bet King could have a field day with Lost Vikings.
Yeah, dude, I bet they're gonna
Really-
have a lot of stuff.
Hey, Soldier Fortune's on that list.
Oh, you betcha.
Sick.
Um,
And Singularity.
Thousands
It's
gotta be
probably
there.
literally every IP.
Yeah.
but
Gun.
True Crime is another one on there.
Oh,
True
right.
crime.
Streets of LA.
That is old, but it's interesting. Like really enjoying one part of that game and then realizing like I can't think of the Sleeping Dogs is kind of like the
Sleeping
last
Dogs,
thing I can think of. Where like
Similar, yeah.
you were like a
Well, that
cop,
was-
but you
Sleeping
weren't
Dogs
really.
was originally a true crime game. Yeah.
But you weren't really like that. It wasn't like the day to day. You know, like it was very much of the. I didn't finish Sleeping Dogs, but like of the part I played it was very focused on that character and that story. At least maybe that's what I was spending my time doing. Whereas like it was fun in True Crime just be driving around and they'd be like, oh, there's a speeder on the freeway, and I'm just like, like pull him over, he go running, tackle him, put the cuffs on, throw him in the back of the car. Like, it'd be fun to play the good guy, or like kind of struggle with that. Like, you can be a good cop or bad cop, and so that would potentially be fun. But yeah.
Any Blizzard wants?
I just think WoW on I just think WoW on console makes so much sense. Yeah. I mean, obviously Warcraft 4
Warcraft 4
would be welcomed, but
please,
given that
Pretty please.
how long it took for Diablo 4 to finally surface, just like, oh man, yeah, putting those wheels in motion, it would.
Right.
I'm
And
scared
Jones,
for the future of
take a while.
StarCraft. Just you
Oh,
know,
yeah, you
I don't
should
expect
be.
anything StarCraft for like a decade.
You should be.
Honestly.
Yeah, I think it's realistic.
Do you think we could have a better shot at getting those like StarCraft kind of spin-off things, like expanded universe, rather than
Ghost.
just a strategy? Yeah, exactly.
Maybe Blood. They just have more teams now. I guess.
The Warcraft adventure
Yeah.
game. Let's go.
I feel like we were talking about. You just brought up like Soldier of Fortune kind of not being able to coexist with Call of Duty. I feel like StarCraft would kind of step on like if they did a spin-off.
Right.
Like it'd kind of step on like Gears of War a little bit.
Maybe, but I
Maybe,
mean,
like-
like, what if, like,
Gears of War is nothing compared to Call
well,
of Duty,
like,
though. I think.
Obsidian does like some, like Outer World
Yeah,
size
which is
StarCraft RPG.
Yeah, that'd be
Yo, that'd
great.
be sick.
Sign me up.
They're
Sign
right down
me
the street
up.
from each other. That'd be awesome.
Yeah.
Dude.
What's the awesome looking one where the chop the trees down? The RTS from the
Everwild? Oh, no.
Ex Blizzard people.
Shadow.
Fire.
Forge? Shadow?
Yeah, that's
Lands?
my hope right now for
Shadow-
the RTS genre, not Blizzard.
That's
Old
the Frost
Blizzard.
Giant game. I can't think. I can't remember what it was called now.
Right.
Frost Giant's the dev though.
Right.
Stormgate.
Stormgate. That's
Hey,
it.
There we go.
Big fingers crossed on Stormgate to scratch my Warcraft 4, StarCraft 3 itch for sure.
Yeah, the dream Blood is Warcraft 4. Then you do Warcraft 2 or WoW 2. I
Yep.
mean,
You lead in.
you
It's
lead
the,
in
It's
just
the
like
prologue,
they did, just like
man.
they did with 3 to World of Warcraft. But they ain't gonna do it because they're
I
cowards.
know, it's right there.
Jones.
It really bothers me when games just linger on for like way
Let it
too
die.
Yeah.
long.
Let it die.
Just milking it, dude. God.
As a representative of the mobile nation,
Yeah.
what do you think about King?
Unite. Shout out. There are dozens of us. Dozens.
Do you actually play anything that King does?
No, I don't. I
Yeah.
don't know their. Yeah.
That's a funny thing. It's like even with the gigantic mobile
yeah.
market and as big as King is,
Yeah.
it's like, no, not a thing that Brandon Jones
I
has
feel
ever
bad.
played.
There are times I'm like, man, I haven't been in the Apple store for like a long time. Let me go in and just sit, and just like half an hour later, I'm like, nah, I'm good. So every now and then, like just like some free to play thing, I'll check out. And
Are
then
you
just
gonna
the ads
play
just
the
take
Warcraft
over.
game?
I'm curious about it.
Warcraft
Yeah.
Rumble, I think it's called. Maybe.
Yeah.
It's coming out soon.
They
Sign me
love
up.
to advertise it every
Yeah, it
time I
looks
jump in
like,
there.
Even I'll
Final
dabble.
Is it out
Plans,
yet?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Orcs.
Sounds like
Yeah,
it.
dude. Loktar.
But no, I wish, even if I had done research, I wish I could chime in on that.
Is there
I mean, how many games other than Candy
is
Crush?
there an
what's like their-
Xbox franchise that would make a good Candy Crush skin?
Oh, a skin?
skin?
They'll do any of them. Doesn't matter, dude. Halo.
All.
Yeah, all of them.
Fable.
Fable. Yeah.
Fable? Okay.
Hi-Fi Rush.
Remember
They'll
that?
just do anything.
Oh my god!
Sure.
What a time! Do you? I bet you played this, Jones.
Ooh, Hi-Fi Rush plus Guitar Hero.
the Fable.
Something.
It was like a Fable prologue where you could earn like currency in Fable. It came out before. It was like some mini game thing.
Oh,
you
probably.
remember that?
Oh, probably. Yeah.
Oh my god!
Is it just the mini games or
Yeah,
something?
yeah. And you could like
yeah.
take your money
Yeah,
into like
yeah,
the
yeah.
newer game. I wonder if they'll go back to things like that.
Yeah, maybe, dude. They're just gonna make Fallout Shelter versions of other stuff. Like they're doing the Elder Scrolls version now.
Right.
We'll just do like Warcraft version.
I mean, like
Starcraft version.
that was one idea that like back when I played like a lot more MMOs, than I do now. Like that was a fun idea, and they had the. Remember the auction house came to mobile, and that was kind of fun. It's like something I can do in this world, some way I can. I know you can. Through BattleNet, you can chat to like, anybody playing anything. But it's just like it'd be fun if there's like some game, something I can do that like earns me currency or experience or
Right.
in any way like.
Yeah, the Assassin's
know.
Creed Black Flag ships.
Right.
Oh,
But that was
my
always just for your
God.
playthrough. Whereas like if I'm in a
trading.
guild, it'd be fun if like there's something I can do to just like I don't like it would. I don't know if there's any kind of like raid functionality or something that
Mine
makes it
for
easier, or like some like sub class that you can actually play through this silly app. You know, that's just like, oh yeah, I got my little familiar here, and he's helping me do this whatever, because my buddy's, you know,
Yeah.
It is kind of like
doing match 4. Like, it sounds like the worst idea ever, but it just, again, when you're just like at the post office or you're on a bus and you're like, oh look, I'm connected with my friends.
It really does have the potential to be like an Avengers Assemble moment. You know, you get these specialists from, you know, like you were talking about, just Bungie with, you know, Sony and their expertise on live service games. Just like, you got your mobile, you got your Call of Duty, you got, you know, your Blizzard MMO subscriptions. Just like getting these people in a room and like, all right, what can we do? How can we make some of this coexist?
Yeah, because again, going back to that example, it's like we had that like E3 or 2 where like all of these publishers were obsessed with like, oh, the second screen experience and all this stuff. And then all of these different experimentations and ideas, and like the Division one, I think they just scrapped eventually or whatever. But it's like, it's not a terrible idea. It's just like, you got to find the thing that's like, you want to play both of those games.
Right.
Right? It's like, oh, I like this mobile game. Oh, I like this console game.
Totally.
Put them together and it's better somehow. So, yeah, maybe they can make that work.
Crazy that I was so obsessed with that Black Flag app, and then
obsessed.
never again.
Yeah.
You know, like it worked.
Yeah,
you know,
it
like,
worked.
I was way into it. It
worked.
made sense. It fit the lore.
Trade
like,
for my silk. Hit my silk. And take it into the
Even
game.
I used that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it was addicting.
Oh, they should put Hearthstone on consoles.
Yeah.
Yeah. How is that not on consoles?
know.
What in the world?
Not sure.
Yeah, I
Don's-
wonder how.
Don's Jurassic Park sign just like leapt off of the shelf back there. Like we were both just like, what the fuck? We were both just sitting
Happy
here. It was just like,
Halloween.
we got a ghost. Studio Ghost is
Just
back.
some rumbling from the road,
who
I guess.
knows?
Man.
Yeah, I mean, it seems pretty like low-hanging fruit to put all these things on console. Like immediately.
Yeah.
Immediately.
Yeah. Throw them on.
Yeah.
All right. Moving on, though. I'll be glad to not talk about that merger for a while. Although the
did it.
FTC case is still
Yeah, still
floating at some
floating.
point, but yeah. Bunch of horror game announcements. This is pretty cool. My inbox level right now is wake up 70. Starting at 70, having to whittle that down in the morning every day. Obviously enhanced by October stuff. But I was seeing all of these like little horror game things and stuff, and I'm like, the indie horror showcase. I didn't know this happened.
Wow.
There's an indie horror showcase.
That's fantastic.
This morning, and it was about an hour, maybe hour and a half long. I didn't get to watch through the whole thing, but it was just like picking up on like highlights from these different messages.
What is? Isn't there like a cozy game showcase or like a?
Yes,
Yeah.
there is.
Oh, yeah.
Wholesome.
The wholesome. It should be the
There's a
same
cozy one,
hosts,
too,
and
I
like
think.
they're
Yeah,
being
there's-
terrorized. You know, like they were told it was another wholesome direct, and then
That is a-
what's going on? Like,
That is a good idea.
but this is put on
Same
by Dread XP, and then the Mix, the Media Indie Exchange.
Oh yeah. Okay.
But the top one that stuck out to me, the reason I even got onto this thread was this Go Home Annie, which we can play the trailer on here.
Take a load
Because
off
this is a
Annie.
freak show. This is it's so good.
Some evil within shit.
yeah.
Yeah. So
Lisa.
Whoa.
That's
Fear.
Yeah.
so this is very much
Trepang 2, check it out. Fear
along the
Zombies.
lines of
check it out, chat.
Control.
Trepang 2.
Along the lines of Control. This is SCP stuff. Huber.
Sick.
So this is coming from indie publisher Nordcurrent Labs and developer Misfit Village. It's
like the vibes.
first-person horror
Prey,
investigation.
kinda? There's a
Yeah,
lot
this
going
looks
on.
sick.
Great vibes.
Yeah. Annie is a low-level employee for the SCP Foundation,
Nice.
testing
creepy.
artificially developed paranormal events.
Excellent.
Artificially developed?
Developed paranormal events.
Oh man.
You'll have to solve puzzles, converse with anomalous entities, and explore multiple paths to untangle the secrets behind the SCP's replication division.
Yeah.
I've got to say that when I was prepping all the trailers for this next section and putting them in the I misread that one as Go Home Anime, and I was like, oh, what's that going to be about?
Shots.
Go
Go Home Anime.
home.
Yeah, this next teaser, there's not a lot here. This is for Amanda the Adventurer 2, which
There was a number one.
oh yeah.
We played it.
You played it with Isla, right?
We did.
Or at least Isla played it.
I played it. Gabby was. I'm pretty sure you were there. It's the girl.
Oh, this one.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
I remember.
I love you see something like that, and you're just
Yep.
like, oh,
It
yeah.
was the girl who had the kids show.
This thing got more and more unsettling
It was
as
sick, yeah.
every minute went by, for sure.
Yeah, and so this teaser, the whole thing is just like, the sheep giving this press conference or whatever, but like very nervous. Like there's something going on.
Does that
on
chicken have a
camera.
gun?
Yeah, it looks like it.
Hard to say.
Is that
Looks like
chicken
a
Like chicken
armed?
with yeah, it does look like a pistol.
Yeah,
that
this
it's
is like
holding.
Aardman gone wrong. When is Aardman gonna get into horror? You know, it's like
Yeah.
Chicken Run 2. I'm excited, but still.
We should finish that. I liked it.
This
Yeah.
game?
The first
Yeah,
one.
that was
Yeah.
fun, for sure.
Halloween stream maybe.
They didn't say much, which is probably a good thing, but they say it will dive deeper into the twisted story of the titular Amanda
Love it.
and bring fans back into her super duper charming and not at all horrifying world.
Right.
I love some good cheeky horror.
Night Dive Studios.
Got a new
We've
look.
talked about this, Hubert. Don't react to things until
Sorry.
Blood says them.
So sorry.
System Shock
Just
2.
get so excited when I see
Enhanced
their
edition
logo.
from Night Dive.
I
Go
love
ahead.
their
Go ahead.
logo. Top tier
Wait,
logo.
Enhanced Edition?
Yeah.
Is it enhanced the original or enhanced the original?
Yeah.
Yeah. Because they didn't. They
Because
made
it's
the first one.
it's a remaster of the 1999 game.
Yes.
Which owns.
Yep.
This game is very, very, very
This
unsettling.
is a fucking 10 out of 10. This is a 10.
Yeah.
That this exists finally. Because we got the remake of 1, but just a better, easier way to play number 2. I mean, it was available on like Steam, I think, or Epic Game Store, but like an enhanced edition now. This is awesome. This is one of the best survival horror games ever made. Immersive sim. Highly recommend.
Yeah.
Yes.
Shout out to Ryan Stevens. This is like one of the first top 10s we did back at Game Trailers was Scariest Games. And it was like Ryan Stevens and myself and maybe like one other person that were just shooting ideas out, and like it wasn't a lot of debate. I was like, hey, these games sound cool. Let's put it on there. And he was like, clearly System Shock. And I was like, what Shock?
Yeah.
I had no idea. Never heard of it. And I was so glad.
Yes.
I got hooked.
And that's cool that because like 1 originally is like so hard to go back to. It's
Right.
so different. A lot of like menu based things with your inventory and everything. But the remake that they did now is like just now it's so easy to get caught up in this franchise because you can play the remake of the first one and then now this enhanced edition.
Yeah. And this takes place 42 years after the events of the first game.
Whoa.
They say numerous bugs in the original PC game have been fixed.
Sick.
And it will include upgrades to the co-op multiplayer mode,
Whoa.
Which I never did.
full mod support on PC, and the ability to implement community-made missions at launch.
Cool.
When's launch, Blood?
I think they still haven't said yet.
Okay.
So
Sweet.
I think, but I could have just not written it down on my notes.
Honestly, we live in a world where later is better now.
Right.
Unless it's GTA 6.
Next up, little to the left, Trick or Tidy holiday event here.
Throwing a GTA moment.
It's pure.
There's not a lot to see with this one, but I did think this was a great little trailer, Jones, that they did for
Trailer
this.
Jones.
Trailer Jones, you did it. He said yeah, I was curious. I saw the headline. I'm like, how is that scary? How is this? What?
It's not very scary. It's just like Halloween themed puzzles
Okay.
that they get into. But they do have some fun little gags here with the trailer. But I love that they're continuing to support
Okay.
this game and put
Yeah.
out different things there. So it's a nice little. If you're not familiar with Little to the Left, it's about like organizational puzzles and stuff. So. And then Jones, you are quite
We played this.
familiar with
Yeah,
My Friendly Neighborhood.
Yeah.
They are getting a neighbor horde mode
Awesome.
Cool.
coming tomorrow, October 20th,
Cool.
where you terrorize the masses as one of 4 playable characters, each with their own unique mechanics.
That's fun.
in 4 new combat arenas based on environments from the story campaign.
Cool.
So yeah,
That's fun.
Yeah, we played. When did we play that, Isla?
We streamed it.
Yeah.
A while ago.
Yeah.
it was when I was out.
It was cool
Just a couple
vibes.
months.
Yeah, it was cool.
Yeah, it
And
might have
then-
been part of the house party. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah, it was fun.
The gameplay was good, and just like the combat and exploration, everything was like really solid.
I liked it.
If you're not familiar with this game, listeners, and you're not watching, this is a basically about shooting up Sesame Street.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The puppets have gone rabid.
Puppets have gone rapid.
Scarred. Now this is one that I'm not sure about the game itself, but again, cool. This is like a trailer. Like it's a really quick trailer, but it freaks you out. It's a first-person atmospheric horror puzzle game where you uncover the truth about one of your schoolmates before it's too late. Too late for what? I don't know.
To uncover it.
Yeah. Traverse a world of nightmares inspired by nostalgic Singaporean architecture as you fight to survive.
This trailer is full of nods to the PC conceptual trailer. The ball rolling out like that is like directly shot for shot from the PT concept trailer.
Awesome.
Nice.
Yeah, I was watching a horror movie the other day, and I just had this thought about like video games too, horror games, and how more than any other genre, like you don't have to be a great game to be memorable and awesome, because horror just does like weird things, you know? And I just love that about, especially indie horror. They always just do weird things you don't always get to see.
Yeah. Speaking of weird things, Tamarindo's Freaking Dinner.
Yeah, here we go.
This is a sitcom
what?
set in a horror mansion.
Oh.
They describe it as Majora's Mask
What?
meets Maniac Mansion.
What in the
Play as a
world?
pizza delivery guy,
What?
Macario Macabro, trapped in a mansion, and you have an hour and 45 minutes to escape.
Real time?
Whoa.
Is that real time?
I don't know how that
I hope
how
so.
that
I
countdown
hope so
works.
too, yeah.
But comparing it to Majora's Mask, you
Yeah.
probably do some kind of thing. They say there's 25
Yeah.
different endings there.
Is that like a Rocco's Modern Life logo down there?
Yeah, it looks like
Dude,
it.
Yeah.
Very
I
much.
was waiting to interject with that
Very
one.
much.
Yeah.
Yep. They say you'll need to explore the dark and bloody halls of Tagamago's mansion to learn the habits of its cannibalistic occupants, to uncover the answers to secrets and puzzles, and the locations of useful objects. The knowledge will help you unlock new narrative paths and endings in subsequent playthroughs. Disclaimer, Jacob Jazz does not guarantee Macario's escape from Tagamago's mansion will be possible in all unlockable endings. Macario will probably be eaten, and it will be your fault.
Damn.
You will fail.
Failing is fun.
Damiani's infected you with the subsequent thing, huh?
Subsequent. That's what I noticed that too, Isla.
Oh, yeah. Just
My rating's hard.
Subsequent.
Subsequent.
I mean, it's probably both are fine. I'm just a bitch.
Either.
Go ahead and play this trailer. We don't have anything really new to say about it.
I
But
want to know what Jones thinks about this.
Silent
I have
Hill
not-
Ascension.
I have not been keeping up on this,
Yeah.
to be honest. So
This is coming out
Are you aware
on
of the
Halloween.
concept?
Jones.
no.
Oh
actually.
my God. Okay. Yes. Jones' take.
Oh, go for it.
You go for it.
You
I'll
go for
go
it. You
for
brought it
it.
up.
I will go for it.
Well, you're about to explain it.
All right, Jones. It's an interactive series.
Right.
Similar to like the Dark Pictures thing, we assume, except there are choices being made by the masses on whole. How that will manifest moment to moment in gameplay is unclear. Whether or not it's just like a choice at the end of every episode, we don't know. It is strange, but they have claimed repeatedly that whatever happens is Silent Hill canon forever. And it's
The lesser of
choices
two
of
evils,
and they
probably.
have said that like if you miss it, you'll have a few days to like catch up and make your choice, so they don't lock in on the nights. You don't have to be there right there day and date.
So we don't get to play. We just vote.
My assumption is you watch an episode and then there's a big choice at the end of every episode and everyone votes. There's a
Okay.
phone app that you can pre-order, pre-download, pre-register
Well, it is a phone
right
app,
now. Well, they say you can watch it on Twitch. Yeah, it's all
You
so.
can watch it on Twitch?
I think it's so confusing.
Okay.
My assumption is there are a few ways to watch, but you'll vote on the app. I don't know.
Do you know how long episodes are going to be?
No clue.
Because this like doesn't look great.
Yeah.
You know, like if I'm
It's a
really
Silent Hill.
I just mean like literally just the fidelity of the character's like skin and stuff. You know, it's like. So, you know,
That skin.
I'd be really curious to see how decisions made. But if like an episode's an hour and there's like long
Right.
dramatic scenes where like the characters have not a lot of facial expression, it's like, I don't know if I'd watch
Chat
10
just,
episodes
like,
of that.
spanning boredom. Just
Spend
like,
10 hours of watching the thing. And I would hope it would be, not just like, do they live or do they die, but more like it, I'm curious to see like how what the receipts are. It's like if you finish the episode and they're like, that we all voted on that and that's why it's that way. It's like, oh, okay. How many votes were there? Like, are you just telling me that or what? Did this actually work? So you could tell later. It's like, oh, they possibly could have gone there. Oh, but that happened. Oh well. Like
I've Googled this, and this is a quote from Reddit, so who knows? But according to Jacob Navok, I think that's the creator or whatever, the director of this, by the time Ascension is done airing, we will be left with a fully realized TV show, quote unquote. 8 to 10 minutes every day added together will give us roughly 1 hour long episodes per week over the course of 6 months. And that's roughly 26 episodes.
That is so long.
A fairly average amount for a season of a TV show.
That is way too much.
That is like 20 something episodes that you can watch over the course of a couple weeks is fine, but like stretch out over 6 months, you have to be there every day. Like,
well, I think that's why it's a phone app.
Yeah.
It's like, and you don't have to be there. So like, if you let it go by a few days in a row, maybe there's like a vote every week. Like, I don't know.
This reminds me of like the idea that Tom Hanks comes up with in Big, where he's like, it's a book that you can pick. And you're like, how does that work? And he's like, and you get different adventures that you plug into the book. And then you're just like, okay, I could see this working in a screenplay, but like this product would never exist. It's like, how is that going to work? How, like I would just love to go through stats like crazy, and it would be like, like people that registered, in these countries or, identified with these genders all picked this decision or something, just to be like, whoa, that's how that shook down, as opposed to like, no, they're dead. Good decision, everyone.
Okay.
Moving on. You're like, what? Like,
I have more specificity if we're interested in this.
Sure.
I'm interested in this. From Polygon. Okay. While viewers will be able to steer the story of Silent Hill Ascension through real-time decisions made through the series' website and through apps on the app stores, there will be other ways to watch the series. Producers announced a few days ago, like 5-6 days ago, that Ascension will also stream as packaged episodes, quote unquote, every week through the Sony Pictures Core app, which is available on PS4, 5, and Sony's Bravia televisions and select Xperia smartphones. The packaged episodes will be constructed from a week's worth of audience-influenced scenes that Ascension viewers have voted for in real time.
Wow. That's why it looks the way it looks.
I can't wait.
Yeah,
Because
I can't
it's
wait.
just
It's gonna be
so much is
crazy.
going to end up on the cutting room floor.
Right. I mean, it's like it has to be even a more disposable version of like a Dark Pictures, I guess.
I want to know whose idea this was.
Yeah.
Like, what an idea. What?
Genvid.
Yeah, just ambitious
I just kind of
and bizarre.
It's like how Spider-Verse had like different versions and people like got really, really upset about that. But like there is kind of something to a show where you like are at the water cooler the next day and you're like, well, that seems crazy. You're like, what? Like what happens? And it's like, oh yeah, that. And it's like, what was that based on? Like, I don't know. And you're like, oh, my watch history, I guess. And like, oh, I watched Stranger Things, so that crazy thing happened. Like, I don't know. It's
We've
weird.
got to do our immediately post Silent Hill Ascension spoiler mode like we did for Last of Us.
Oh my god, yeah.
Dude, I don't
For
think
every
I'm gonna,
8 minute
I don't think I'm
episode.
going to make it to the end of this series.
They said it
know
was
if they'll make
an
it.
hour.
When they're combined. So we'd have to do it, weekly. I was just joking. Don't worry about
Oh, okay.
Yeah, if it wasn't clear, these things weren't in the indie thing. There's just other horror game announcements that had happened
Well,
today.
this also reeks of just
Yeah.
exactly why the WGA just like you picketed for so long
Yeah,
that it's just kind
yeah.
of like, I got an idea. How about a show that no one knows how it's going to end? It's like, well, then, okay, how are you sure it's going to end well? Like, or that anyone would be interested in that? Like,
Well, and also like kind of like what you were saying before, it hurts the buy-in when the concept is like, 80% or whatever of this game we made, no one will ever see.
Yeah.
So then it's like,
Right.
okay, so how much effort did you put into this then? Because,
you can't blame anybody.
Right.
If it has a horrible ending, it's like you can't point a finger. It's just kind of like, well,
Can you imagine?
that's the way the
It's like, you
experiment
guys
works.
didn't get the good ending. I mean, this is
Oh, yeah.
yeah.
And also, like, claiming that it'll be part of Silent Hill canon forever is like, cool. Like it's
Such
such a
bait, though.
But that's so
fractured
easy to
canon.
just
yeah.
Never
you know.
talk about it.
Yeah,
ever
they'll just
again.
never talk about it. It'll be like
Yeah.
fucking downpour.
I'm having a hard time with this whole thing just because this is the return of Silent Hill after so long.
Yeah,
I feel
yeah.
like, and this is it.
Like,
we know
F-
The
games
first
are
one to come
coming.
out, yeah.
The
F
first one to
shoulda
come
come
out. It's like,
first.
okay, I guess.
And that trailer just looked like a lot of people that were upset about something.
Yeah.
Like there wasn't, I didn't see it. I wasn't really scared.
I'm gonna
of the
look
trailer. So
to you, Mike, to
Dan, I
see.
love-
You're gonna have a hard
I'm
time
gonna get
getting
like a
scared
temperature
at horror
check on
trailers with
you
all the lights
and see how
flying
long
at
you
you.
last.
We'll know after
No
the
sound.
first 2 or 3. You watch 2 or 3,
Yeah,
you'll get
yeah.
a good
What, seconds?
sense. No, episodes.
Oh, okay.
8 to 10 minutes, right? So it'd be like,
I mean,
the
that-
first 20, 30 minutes of this, like you'll know what you're in for.
I'm also worried about this just working properly.
Yeah.
Like if they're streaming this and people are voting at the same time, it just seems like
there's no culpability. They could just say,
Yeah,
this worked
I
out
guess.
exactly the way we had planned.
like I can't wait for it just to crash for people and stuff like that. Or didn't count my vote or something.
I can just see some tech person, them just being like, just write the ending. Just do it. Just press this button. Like, no, that's how it's supposed to work. It's, no one's got to know.
I will say, like,
Making us look bad.
jokes and stuff aside, because it looks rough, and Silent Hill is a spotty past most of it. But like, I love Silent Hill. I know this is not an FMV game, but I love that kind of experience. I love the dark picture stuff. And as a filmmaker who wound up working in the gaming sphere, like, I love huge swings like this.
Yeah,
I
sure,
love
yeah.
Yeah.
innovative new ways of filmmaking or interactive media, like gameplay stuff. Like, whether or not this is, a success or of a high quality, I'm just happy that someone is taking the swing. Like,
Great
I'm
concept.
fucking thrilled about this.
Yeah.
And like, yeah. So I'm excited. I hope it's really good. I hope it surprises all of us. And even if it's not great, I hope other people don't just kill the idea forever because this one didn't work.
6 months is a hell of a commitment, though.
Oh, hell yeah.
This sounds like doing dailies in an MMO.
Yeah, you're so right.
And I mean, like, if
shit.
it's monetized or some stupid like in-app purchase crap, like that'll suck. But like, even if like you check in every like 4 weeks or something and make a couple of choices and like just watch it as a TV show, if that experience is successful, or like watching it all in one go at the end, and like then watching a couple of YouTube videos of people like us who were like there step by step or whatever explaining it. Even like if that's cool, if this thing hangs together just as a show, I think that'll be successful too. Like that'll be cool. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm hopeful. It's probably gonna crash and burn, but I'm really hopeful.
Just be fun if there were like different seasons concurrent. So that like if I chose to watch this through the app, or I chose to watch this on the website, or I chose to watch this on HBO Max or whatever, you'd be like, yeah, what have you been watching it? It's like, oh, through the app, and it's just like, oh, I really like Cheryl, and it's like, oh, dude, Cheryl died 2 weeks ago in the other version. Like, oh, really?
That would be
just so
fun.
you could mark progress. It's like I don't know how you would.
Yeah.
Just sounds like a show. It's hard to like.
Chad is joking about this having a battle pass. That's like where like the people on the battle pass get all the good stuff.
Pyramid Head
the
Cosmetics.
dailies is fantastic. right?
Yeah.
Dailies, horror TV dailies.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, I gotta log in real quick. Yeah, just gotta wait till they get to the part where I can make a decision.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
No, it crashed.
Apparently, the dinner got me my day.
Apparently, you can't get grabbed on the stairs. I gotta make a vote here.
Love that joke.
Grabbing it right before bed, laying in bed, and your partner's like, "What's going on over there?" Vermintide 2, that Necromancer update came out today.
Sick.
Features 2 new weapons, the Soul Stealer Staff and the Ensorcelled Reaper, as well as the ability to command her own army of skeletons to aid her in battle. They say that since 2018, they've had 5 additional adventure map campaigns, 2 game mode expansions, and currently 5 DLC careers. But yeah, it's been a while since we've seen something new for Vermintide 2. And this is available on Steam as a standalone DLC containing only the career and her new weapons for $3.99, or as a bundle with additional things like extra skins, hats, and other cosmetics for $8.99.
Sick.
$3.99,
Dude.
it's a fair price.
Love Skeletal Warriors.
I'll steal at any price. I love this game.
Yep.
I tried jumping back into Darktide after the updates, and I don't know, it just doesn't hit the same way as Vermintide 2 for me. I love this game, and that one just kind of still misses. I don't know why.
Interesting. Yeah, I haven't seen what the sentiment on the the Darktide update is from just in general. Like, I enjoyed Darktide, what I played of it.
Yeah.
But I didn't get as into Vermintide as you guys did either.
Yeah. Like, I don't dislike Darktide. I
Right.
like it, but I was hoping the update would kind of revitalize my interest, and it sort of didn't.
Yeah. And then we've got 2 of these ridiculous Call of Duty
Funny.
update trailers. The first one here is Operator Bundle with Lilith and Inarius
So funny, dude.
running around with like this assault rifle that's good, and then it's got like the assault rifle itself has Lilith's face on it.
Yeah.
Like, yo, I love Call of Duty. I love Fortnite. I love Diablo. But like, it's just so weird in Call of Duty. You know,
it's so strange.
It's so weird.
I think it's first person too, so it's like
Yeah.
Well, they have
see
the
your
third.
skin.
They have the third person mode you can do.
Yeah, the mode, but like not the
yeah.
main thing. Though.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then they have this other trailer here with the other characters in it. And Jones, you've been kind of missing this stuff.
Okay.
They add the weirdest freaking characters to Call of Duty now. So in addition to the Diablo characters,
Right.
they have Spawn.
Yes, I saw Spawn.
They have
looks sick.
Ash from Evil Dead.
Cool. Yeah.
They have Alucard from the Hellsing, the anime.
Okay.
Oh, what?
And they have Skeletor.
Yeah, Call of Duty.
Yeah.
All in this big Halloween event that they've got going on called The Haunting.
Which I will be streaming at some point because
Yeah?
I've heard unanimously that it is one of the best events Call of Duty's ever done.
That is cool.
Yep.
That's
Yeah.
awesome.
Everyone is loving it.
Have you done these Halloween events in the past?
I feel like I did one way back in the day.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I don't have a great point of reference for it. I hardly touch Warzone and Blackout and everything. So
What?
Do you feel like this is them trying to like get on the Fortnite?
there's
vibe?
there's
This is
so
100%
much money
what it
on the
is.
table
Yeah,
with
yeah.
Right,
skins.
okay.
Absolutely.
Unlimited
It is.
money. It just skins print money.
Dude, they're gonna add Arthas in the future, probably.
Totally. I want to say, Brad, are you ready, dude?
Yes.
Chat can correct me here because I haven't looked into it enough, but I want to say the fucking butcher is just on the map and you can kill him.
Cool.
Yeah. and-
Whoa.
Yeah. No,
Yeah.
they show him in the second
Okay.
trailer,
Yeah.
I think. Yeah.
Okay,
and
maybe
if you kill him,
I'll,
you get his hook.
maybe I'll
Lilith
play
looking
that.
good.
Yeah. I've heard really good things. A lot of
few
people are
rounds.
super into it.
Dude, it feels like a no-brainer to add Police Girl from Hellsing as well, with just like a huge like anti-tank gun.
Get Anderson in there,
dude.
dude.
Yeah,
Anderson hype.
just give her like a rail gun or whatever it is that she has that she carries around.
Yeah, she was like a 50 cal.
Yeah, oh yeah, it's like a 50 cal anti-tank cannon.
Shiver, have you gone in on any of these Call of Duty skins, crossovers, and stuff?
No, I didn't even buy John
Shredder.
McClane. You
Yeah,
know, they had
Shredder.
Rambo. Yeah, I didn't know.
Yeah. Oh,
all
there's
for-
also.
I don't play enough, and because it's primarily first person, I don't like playing it in third person. So
Right.
yeah.
Yeah. There's also a zombie ghost, like Ghost the character
Yeah, there's the
from
butcher.
Call of Duty. They made it like a zombie version of him.
Oh, that's fun.
Yeah.
Cool.
Dude, they should have had Imhotep come out of that. That would have been pretty sick.
Ahmad Voslo.
Oxamoon. Do not touch the Book of Shadows.
We got more news coming up.
I'm
But-
sorry, we're talking about Fortnite and the characters and stuff. And Alan Wake is in Fortnite
Alan
now.
Wake, Michael
Yeah.
And I lo-
Myers.
And I love that somebody posted and they were like, he looks like he has no idea why he's there. Like in the actual like promo image, Alan Wake's like, what the? Fortnite? What a god.
Yeah.
He's been through enough.
He's like, did I
now
write
he's got-
this?
Yeah.
It'd be cool if he's like aware of himself being in Fortnite.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It'd be terrifying.
That'd be awesome.
Well, I mean,
That's another thing I wanna
He
stream.
does kind of have that attitude, like when they bring him out onto the talk show, and it's like,
Yeah.
what is? Why am I on a talk show?
They have a
I have a new
full-
book out. What are you talking about?
They have Fortnite has a full
Yeah.
created mode that is a recap
Yeah,
of Alan
I've actually
Wake.
got that
And-
coming up
and
later. Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
Are you kidding?
Yeah.
full
And
recap of the
pretty
game.
Intense.
Yeah.
In Fortnite?
Like character
In
models
Fortnite.
from Alan Wake.
How long is it? Maybe that's
Probably
how I
like
should
30 minutes or
play
something.
play Alan Wake 1.
You want
tempted.
Isla, yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
And I'm hearing good things about that too. So
If you're gonna stream it, let me know and I'll come through or whatever.
cool. Yeah. Awesome. I'm not watching my grandpa anymore. My parents got home, so now I'll be streaming finally again.
Nice.
Yeah.
We got more news to come, but if you've been enjoying the show so far, please take a second to like and subscribe and ring that bell. It helps us and it helps you stay connected. And now, a word from our sponsors.
This show is sponsored by BetterHelp. Do you ever know the right thing to do, but your brain gets in the way? And anytime I'm trying to fall asleep, I'm checking corners. You know, I'm seeing every horror movie I ever saw play back through my head, and I just can't relax. I can't fall asleep. You know, it happens to be every single night. I could talk about these things with my therapist, and she can at least reassure me that that's normal, so I don't feel like I'm torturing myself, and I don't feel guilty on top of that. Or there are other examples, like something you know you should do or should not do because it's better for you, but you just can't help but to do it or not do it. Therapy helps you figure out what's holding you back so you can work for yourself instead of against yourself. I have been going to therapy for most of my life, and I find it hugely beneficial. Like I was saying, it helps me feel like I'm not alone in the ways that my brain works, and that I'm not, any negative words one might use about oneself, but it's a totally normal experience that everybody shares. If you're thinking of starting therapy, give BetterHelp a try. It's entirely online. It's designed to be convenient, flexible, and suited to your schedule. Just fill out a brief questionnaire to get matched with a licensed therapist, and you can switch therapists at any time for no additional charge. That point is very important, I think, because sometimes you don't get a perfect match on your first go-round. It's okay to stop seeing a therapist and switch. I think a lot of people don't know that. They try one and think, well, therapy isn't for me. No, just that therapist wasn't for you. Make your brain your friend with BetterHelp. Visit betterhelp.com/allies today and get 10% off your first month. That's BetterHelp, HELP.com/allies.
And if you are a patron of Easy Allies, thank you. All right, it's time for that September sales report.
Woo!
From Matt Piscatella at Circana.
GTA 5.
Hold on, let me get through it.
We're not even to the list yet.
Yeah.
And Jones, he keeps asking about GTA 5, even though it's not on the list because they don't report digital sales.
Oh, okay.
It's not been on the list for I don't even know how
Oh, the
long.
hype for 6, dude. It's coming back. It's coming back. It'll be there. It'll be there again.
Right down on Switch.
But spending grew 10% compared to a year ago. Content and accessories are up. Hardware is down. Subscriptions fell 2%. Growth in spending on Xbox Series hardware was offset by declines across both PlayStation 5 and Switch. PS5 remained the best-selling hardware platform in both unit and dollar sales in September, with Xbox ranking second. One new Wii U was sold in the U.S. in September.
That is hilarious.
Yeah.
The first time a Wii U is sold since May 2022.
Wow. That's crazy.
That's like a dare. You know, like who's
You lost a bet. You got to buy a Wii U.
What is the story? Was it a gift or was it? It couldn't have been a gift. It's probably not a gift, right? It's probably they
Someone for streaming? Or
they
something?
got the games for like just dirt cheap at a garage sale.
Yeah.
And we're like, I gotta get in. Wii U now.
Bloodworth, the alarm bells are going off in my head with the 2% subscription drop off. It's just concerning me because you just look out into the world of media right now, and all those prices are going up.
Yep.
Every single subscription price is going up.
Yeah.
And is it because the damn shareholders look at the 2% down and they're like, yo, we got to make up for that 2%. Let's jack up the price.
No, well, this happened after those. They went up. Yeah, this happened after the prices went up. So, yeah. It's probably the other way around. They probably raised the prices.
Raise
and
the price,
everyone's like,
then they
"Nah,
lose the 2%.
Drop that thing. I've seen
Okay.
so many people that drop
That is the
Sony.
sentiment I'm
Yeah.
seeing. Yeah.
Okay. Because I've been cutting.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that's the reason. It's like across the board.
focus.
The subscriptions are growing up. People start cutting subscriptions.
You know what's a hard one is Shudder. There's some good stuff on Shudder.
You get it with AMC Plus for free.
What is
which is
AMC
really
Plus?
nice.
What is AMC Plus?
AMC Plus actually has got some good value. You get you get Walking Dead obviously in there.
Yeah.
some other shit. Interview with the Vampire, 10 out of 10.
Right, I have not.
Yeah.
I have not.
I think that's on like HBO now.
Okay.
Controller spending increased by 15% in the month compared to a year ago. Racing controller spending grew by 18%. People getting ready for Forza and WRC right there.
Yeah, 099.
Do not play that with the wheel. What are you talking about?
Would you?
No.
Even-
I reviewed F-Zero GX with the wheel. It was a bad combination.
Wow.
You do
It's a
not
bad
Still
combo,
gave it a 10.
Huber.
It was a
It was
bad
combo.
Still get a 10.
I mean, it's not the
I know,
not the
we're
game's
kidding.
fault that
We're
they
kidding.
made it, they put it compatible with the wheel.
All right, next bet. You lose, Blood. Look out. Make you play it with a wheel.
I gotta find a way to play that thing working. My GameCube's still busted. The PS5 Spider-Man 2 controller was the best-selling accessory of the month in consumer spending. Okay, now our top 20. We have 6 that are brand new.
I already know
September.
number 1.
Liza P.
I will not do that.
Liza P. Not on here. Did that come out?
Was that October?
Is that October?
Time is an
No, I think
illusion.
it was late September.
Okay.
Like late.
They said they've sold 1 million, but I don't
Yeah,
see
I think it was
Liza
late.
P on there.
Liza
Wow.
P.
Just the MPD, like whatever they track
Yeah.
for the MPD. I don't know.
Yeah, not sure on that one. Why
Okay.
Liza P isn't showing there.
Mortal Kombat 1.
Yes.
Mortal Kombat 1,
Definitely
second
good-
place.
Boom.
Great pick.
Yeah.
Call of Duty. Where's that?
How many Call of Duties
Which-
is the
oh.
question?
Oh, Modern Warfare 2. Is that the newest one?
Yeah, that's down at 10.
Oh.
Yeah.
But like Black Ops or something. Wasn't one of them randomly on the list last time we did this?
Yeah, they had a couple in there last time. Yeah. But yeah. Oh, also I had a couple of notes. Starfield not only was number 1, but instantly became the 7th best-selling game of the year.
This is so interesting because of Game Pass. Those are the articles I keep seeing of like, yo, Game Pass, nobody buys the games. Starfield, number 1 selling game.
Yeah.
What does this mean?
A lot of
what does it mean?
They said was PC. Like most PC players bought the game.
But also, don't forget, Huber, they had the like $100 edition or whatever
yes,
where you
which
played that
a
week
lot
early
of people did.
before Game Pass.
A lot of people do
dude.
that.
Sorry to keep bringing.
And
up
this is
GTA.
ranked
I'm
by
sorry.
dollar sales, not
But-
units. Ranked by dollar sales.
Yeah.
Dude, that's the perfect antidote for Game Pass. Then. Yeah. Early
Yeah.
access.
Guaranteed there's going to be a $150 version or like $100-something version of GTA 6 where you get it a couple days early, dude. Count on it.
Yeah,
For sure, yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
I love how crazy
Yeah.
you are about a game that's coming out in 3.5 years.
Next year, believe.
They creep on you. They creep.
Yeah.
That's the great thing about GTA. To continue the conversation,
Yes, please.
is once the hype machine starts, it comes out. You know, like
Yeah.
Yes.
you know, they don't announce until they're ready. But I mean, that was when other people worked at that company that are no longer there. So we'll see what GTA 6 is about.
And then Huber, Mortal Kombat, same story. Instantly, it was second this month, 8th for the year.
Yep. Wow. Huge.
Yeah, huge game.
Mortal Kombat, that mass appeal. Is
Got 4
awesome
more
for fighting
newbies
game.
on this list.
newbies. Did a
Baldur's Gate
sports game?
3 is definitely on there. Not
I
a
don't think
newbie,
they
but-
count.
No, Baldur's Gate, Larian is not on their
Yeah,
their
they don't count it.
association or whatever it's called that they track. So they, like the past couple of months, like Piscatellis had to put out like separate tweets, like, yeah, we don't have the Call of Duty or the Baldur's Gate numbers or whatever. And it's like it's doing well, but we don't track that. Yeah,
Did a Nintendo game come out?
none of them are Nintendo.
Okay, new games. What sports game did a sports game come out? Like
got
a
some
Madden?
sports.
Madden? Was it Madden?
And sports adjacent. Madden was the previous month. That was number 1 last month, and that's
Okay.
number 4 this month.
okay. When did NBA come out? Is that too early?
Soon.
FIFA or
I think it's
Football
coming
Club?
Because
Yeah,
the season starts.
You got
soon.
them.
Football?
NBA was 6th place.
The newest one?
Yep.
Dang.
And then EA Sports FC 24 is 3rd place.
Did that just come out?
Yeah.
Okay.
And that is, that's the new one as well. But this is an interesting thing because remember, EA and FIFA had this fight.
Right,
where,
for
like,
the IP.
FIFA wanted all this money to keep going, and EA is like, no, we'll just rebrand.
Yeah.
We don't need you.
Yeah.
EA Sports FC 24 saw double-digit percentage growth
Oh man!
much money for FIFA, dude.
across both
So
units
much
and
money.
dollars
Wow. FIFA's pissed.
compared to
I
FIFA
missed
23.
that FIFA argument. That's a headline that
Yeah.
that slipped past me.
is pissed.
Get wrecked.
Oh man!
EA Sports, you don't mess with them. It's in the game.
Yeah, it's in the game, dude.
And that's the thing, though, Hubert. Everything now, they're putting it on. EA Sports, UFC, EA Sports, WRC.
It's iconic.
Like
Household name.
Yeah.
It's like 2K stuff back in the day.
Madden doesn't, but who knows how long, you know.
Interesting.
For
Yeah,
how
yeah,
long?
yeah.
And we got 2 more games, though. 2 more newbies.
2 more newbies. I'm trying to think what came out also.
Some Huber might have gotten recently.
Payday 3?
Yep.
Payday 3.
Oh,
5th
right.
place.
Which I have heard is a disaster
Yeah,
right
yeah,
now.
I've heard that.
My
Yeah,
goodness. I've just heard it. I haven't played it. I've just
Right.
heard bad things. My good friend, one of Grandma's friends, big Payday fan, and was talking to me about
Disappointed.
it. Just like, yo, it's so bad right now. He's like, I uninstalled it. I went back to 2.
Wow, that's
Yeah.
depressing.
Whoa. Yeah.
Because it's like, is it a good game that's just not working right, or
I think it was down for a while.
Yeah, the technical issues have been insane,
Ooh.
and just they just
Bummer.
was not pleased. He's not pleased about it.
There's one left.
It wouldn't. It was like free. Yeah, it wouldn't be Counter-Strike 2, obviously, because
Right.
it just like updated.
Yeah.
There's a driving game that you guys haven't brought up yet.
Rally.
Forza?
That game that comes out next
WRC.
month.
Is Forza this month? Yeah.
It's
Right.
the Crew Motorfest.
The Crew.
Oh wow, the seventh place.
Sneaky Crew.
Right. Sneaky.
Crew.
Sorry, Crew. I forgot about you.
Yeah.
That's all right. I haven't even booted it up yet. It's just sitting on my PS5.
Got to get the wheel for that. I love the Crew. I played a bunch of the Crew too. I was
for
curious.
Crew.
Good for Crew.
Yeah, Jones, the new one.
The new one's
like,
good.
Totally aping Forza Horizon, but it's all for the better.
Cool.
Yeah,
The new one
it's
was
on
fun.
Hawaii. It's great. Still has planes and boats.
Cool.
Yeah. But yeah, so that you guys have hit the top 7. I don't know if there's anything
What
else.
was number 1 again, Blood Red?
Starfield.
Starfield's number 1.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Anything else you're interested in? before
Mario
we go
Kart.
down?
Where's Mario Kart?
Where is Mario Kart? Mario Kart's actually dipping. 15th place.
My God.
What's wrong?
What about Pikmin? Is Pikmin still around?
I don't think that it is. It is not there. Pikmin is gone.
That was a
Zelda
hard
on
game to
there?
pass on.
Tears of the Kingdom is at 13th place.
Oh, Resident Evil 4 because of Separate Ways.
Huh?
Back in the zeitgeist.
It is at 12th, up
There
from
it is.
27th.
Nice.
You're right.
Nice.
Is Elden Ring still cracking the top?
Yes, 18th.
Hey.
Is Diablo on there?
20th.
Street Fighter.
Street Fighter, I do not think so.
Okay.
I don't
It
think-
wouldn't.
Yeah.
The DLC for Cyberpunk wouldn't have done anything, would it?
Oh my God, Cyberpunk's on
Could
that
have, but
list.
it's not there.
Oh.
Oh,
Maybe it's
surprising.
Yeah, we'll see more next month or something. I don't know. But yeah, we'll go down the list. 20th is Diablo. 19th, Sea of Thieves,
Oh, hell yeah.
up from 34.
New season, I guess?
Yeah, I don't know.
They do fun Halloween stuff, yeah.
Yeah.
They do fun stuff leading up to it.
18 is Elden Ring. 17, Gran Turismo 7.
Or maybe
Oh.
because of the
Movie?
The
That
Monkey
syndrome.
Island thing.
Right.
Right.
Yes.
Right.
That's what. Yeah.
Yo, is Alan Wake or Control on this list?
No.
No,
Bummer.
dude.
16th, Rainbow Six Siege.
I
Okay.
thought that was free to play.
I don't know why Rainbow Six Siege is there.
But
Maybe they had like some pack. I don't know.
Yeah.
Something.
Doing good though. Mario Kart is at 15. Minecraft is at 14.
Right on.
Tears of the Kingdom is 13. Resident Evil 4 we said is 12. Jedi Survivor.
Nice.
11.
all patched up, ready to go.
Yeah.
Yep, back in it.
Modern Warfare 2 at 10th. Hogwarts Legacy at 9th. Armored Core 6 still in there at 8th.
Ah,
Feels so good.
nice.
Yeah, and then we've got The Crew, NBA, Payday, Madden, EA Sports FC, Mortal Kombat, and Starfield.
A tweet. What?
A tweet of what? What?
Hang on, this is very confusing to me.
what they're called posts.
A chat on X or whatever. Rainbow Six Siege tweeted that they're celebrating the release of Captain Laserhawk, a Blood Dragon remix show on Netflix, featuring a bundle from characters from that in the game. Maybe that, but that's today, so I don't know.
Nah.
I'm trying to figure out why it had a big
tripping.
uptick. I don't know.
Tripping.
Yeah, I think it's probably
weird.
just one of those things that's just been like silently doing well on
Silent
the,
juggernaut.
Yeah.
right below the chart or something.
Shout out to Ding Chavez.
Yeah. Okay.
It's a Rainbow Six. Not-
Shout out, dude.
Got it.
I was like, what are you talking about?
Some people got it.
yeah. Some
I don't know if you do this anymore, but when back in ye olden days when I was cutting the podcast, I would take a voice clip and put it at the end. And
Oh, yeah, we do it.
That would be it right there. That would
do
we do it.
Shout out to Ding Chavez. That
right.
gets my vote.
Writing a
That's
note.
the thing.
Stay
Isla's
tuned. Well, it
actually
doesn't
writing
work
them in as
now
we
because
go.
Stinger.
you got to surprise people. But just that.
He had the highest stats, dude, in like all the Rainbow Six games.
So funny. I looked to Jones to look to you because I thought it was gonna be like an '80s movie or something.
No.
Also this week, Isla, when you get done typing,
Yeah, come on, Joe.
there's a Yu Suzuki game. Did you know about this, Huber?
Yeah, but it was on
Air
mobile,
Twister.
so
Yeah.
even Yu Suzuki couldn't get me on on mobile. Yeah, it looked weird.
This thing was on Apple Arcade last year.
And I don't have Apple Arcade or
Yeah, I don't
whatever, so
either.
I just kind of like
Yeah.
waved it away.
But it's coming out on consoles and PC now.
Consoles, I will definitely play now for
Nope.
sure.
Yeah,
Okay.
November 10th.
Cool. I will fucking stream it that day. Mark me down right now. Lock it in.
A rail shooter in the same vein as like Space Harrier
Sick.
or Sin and Punishment.
Space Harrier, created by
It's just so funny to
Suzuki.
see like
Don
this like
Casanova.
fantasy war-torn world, and then you're just flying around on swans.
Yeah.
And then there's flying elephants and stuff in it later too.
wonder-
Oh,
He
it
could-
looks like exactly like Space Harrier.
Yeah,
Yeah, this trailer took way too long to show the game.
yeah. Going back to his roots here. I wonder if he could put this in Shenmue 3. Just throw it in.
Oh,
the arcade.
Yeah, put it in the arcade.
Because Space
Do
Harrier
it.
is in
Yeah.
the old
Gotta
Shenmue.
patch it in.
Yeah.
Honestly, this looks sick.
Oh,
Yeah.
sign me up. I'm in. This will be a fun stream.
But it definitely has the like
Can't stream it. It's on phone.
Shenmue 3 kind of
Who's coming
budget
console?
weird
Yes.
texture thing going on.
Yes,
Yeah.
it does. Yeah.
Next up, Huber brought this up already, but Alan Wake Flashback.
Yeah.
Now available in Fortnite.
Yeah. It's bonkers.
Reimagining
Come
the
and say this
events
is, Isla.
of the original game. Was made in Unreal Editor for Fortnite and was produced by Epic in collaboration with Remedy, Spiral House, and Zen Creative.
Love the collaboration. Mm-hmm. Look at this. The diner, the house, like
Yeah, the
Cauldron
house.
Lake, the house looks so identical. The freaking diner, when they show it, the Bright Falls Diner,
Yeah.
looks identical. Just what a cool thing.
Yeah, that is cool.
Yeah, Jones, I don't know if you've been following this, but basically Fortnite lets you do dreams in it now.
It's
Yeah,
Roblox.
yeah.
This one I didn't know
Sorry,
about
dreams.
either. Mortal Kombat Onslaught is now
Yeah.
out on mobile. This is a strategy-based collection RPG. They tried to say CRPG, and I'm like, this is not what CRPG
Yeah.
means. Come on, get over yourself.
It's a KR.
Developed by NetherRealm. A new story centered around Shinnok. Huber. I knew that would get a reaction. I wasn't sure what reaction, but I knew. As the fallen Elder God seeks to regain his power by gathering relics from across the realms, players must come to Raiden's aid and build a team of fighters to persevere through massive, real-time group battles and foil this evil plot. Up to 10 characters at once. It mentions there's like PvP seasons as well. Not sure how that works. I don't know if Don's back here, if he's seen any of this nonsense.
Yeah,
Not here
Don.
yet.
But Heber,
Baraka.
what are you thinking about this thing?
I mean, you say Shinnok, and I just roll my eyes. And this is, if they're gonna try to tie this into the whole like multiverse element of
You know
Mortal
they will.
Kombat, is a little weird. What looked really cool was Scorpion. Using the spear on that character, like mechanically, that seemed cool, bringing him closer. It just depends on how the battles are, honestly. If I boot this thing up and the battles are okay, like maybe I'll
Sure.
give it a spin for a week or two. But
Sure.
I say I don't play mobile games, but like
Yeah.
I'm open to it. if it's good enough.
Shaolin monks died for this, Hubert.
Why are you hurting me, dude? There's just so much damn money in mobile. It's
Right.
so
Yeah, it's
wild.
insane.
Right.
It's like you're
You're a fool to not try to go for it
exactly, yeah.
for your
So,
business.
Yeah. And that's a problem too, because then I bring that kind of baggage into it where it feels like, it's just a cash grab. But it's like, if the mechanics play out and it's good, like
Zorgla says the shareholders demand it. Humor.
the shareholders demand a mobile entry for sure.
Jones is an avid consumer of these CRPGs.
Yeah, would you play this,
collection
Jones?
RPGs.
I'm curious. Yeah, are they just watching them fight, or like it looks like the kind of thing where like you pick
Jones is salivating.
you pick where they.
Do you just watch them? Do you not have to do anything? You just see?
But yeah, they didn't show any HUD, so it's like I'm assuming when the special abilities happen, like that's a thing you can hit. But yeah, I'm curious like how all that specifically plays out.
My favorite Jones moment is like before even auto battling was a thing. You in your office at Game Trailers creating a level in Disney Infinity.
Oh yeah,
my
legendary.
God. Where they themselves would auto battle and just get unlimited XP. And he would just set the controller down and just be like working away. Like, over in the corner, the TV is just like blur, blur, blur.
I remember walking into your office and just like talking to you, and then I hear a noise. I look over, and there's just like 1,000 fucking orange gems or whatever, just and Buzz Lightyear's just standing there, and I remember just being like, "What the fuck is going on in here?" He's like farming, and I'm like, "Oh, okay."
So
But I
very
was
proud of himself.
playing that video game at the time.
Yeah.
So that's the
level everyone up.
thinking about games that play
Classic.
themselves. You get enough of them going, and you're just like, God, I maximized that enjoyment. That was great.
Was that the birth of your love for auto battling?
I'm trying to figure like the first RPG that I played that did that.
Because I get it, For
sure.
No shade.
Yeah.
I don't think it was something mobile. I think it was some console game that like that was just a thing you can do.
Sick.
I do not recall.
I would think maybe like
That'll be my next book. The
Quality
history
of life
auto
thing.
battling games. Come with me on a journey.
But how do you
the book
describe?
reads itself.
Yeah, I was gonna say, how do you describe auto battling and give the reader the experience by not having them have to read?
Yeah.
That audiobook is coming though.
I'll figure
Yeah.
I'll figure it out.
Actor John Rhys-Davies is reprising his role as Gimli in The Lord of the Rings: Return to Moria,
Sick.
which is coming out next week.
What?
Wow.
They released a cinematic trailer narrated by him, and they said that the game has gone mithril, not gold.
That's cute. That is cute.
It's
And
funny.
I love
I
that.
actually know the guy who voice matches him. I bet he was bummed about that. It's like that was a headline he didn't like. Oh,
They didn't call me.
October is insane.
yeah.
2023 is insane, but
It's-
October's
yeah.
the most insane.
Pete Hines has announced his retirement from Bethesda
This hurts.
after 24 years.
24 years.
This
though,
hurts
man.
because Pete Hines is a fucking Evil Within champion. So this hurts me.
Oh.
Yes.
He says he will begin a new chapter of his life, exploring interests and passions, donating time where he can, and taking more time to enjoy life.
Yeah.
Love that.
Yeah. Can't be mad at that.
Shout out.
I'm
Shout out.
glad you contextualize that with the Evil Within thing. Because at first I was like, what are you, like, collecting CEOs? Like, you got like trading cards or something?
Yeah.
Fantasy critic on CEO retirements?
I mean, he hung around a lot longer than Bobby.
True.
Bobby's like, I'll stick around to the end of the year.
Well, I heard that. I heard for that actually that Phil asked him to. Is that true? I thought I saw
yeah,
that
yeah.
till the end of the year.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, I thought you meant he asked Phil Hines to leave.
Yeah.
Hey, can you quit, please? Or Pete Hines, I mean.
Yeah.
Matt Mercer is going to play Vincent Valentine in Final
Stoked
Fantasy
about
VII
that.
Rebirth.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah. Very cool.
Meanwhile, it's been revealed that Kevin Afghani is the new voice of Mario and Luigi in Super Mario Bros. Wonder. He previously played Arnold in Genshin Impact and Raditz in Dragon Ball R&R.
Dragon Ball R&R.
I don't even know what that is.
Dragon Ball R&R.
R&R.
Some TV series.
Red Ribbon?
Yeah, Red Ribbon, but Dragon Ball R&R.
That's how it was listed on IMDb.
R&R.
Don't
What?
blame the messenger.
This doesn't make sense.
But isn't that like something Nintendo wasn't planning on doing, and then like people just investigated it too hard? Then Nintendo was finally like, "All right, stop, fine, it's this guy."
No, I think it was revealed at a very specific time.
Oh, okay.
It was very much on a promotional timeline. Yeah.
What is the part of? I think it's Back to the Future.
Ooh la la.
Ooh la la! Yes, you
la la.
guys correct. R&R.
Ooh la la.
Ooh la la. Ooh la la. Thank you.
And Jones, Steam Decks have been spotted controlling animatronics in Disneyland in the Star Wars area.
From who? Oh, by PA. Well, iPads used to like when Cars Land came out when
Coming
like
in.
Lightning McQueen talks. It's like a guy in the corner, like
On a Steam Deck?
you just no. I saw a guy on a tablet doing it before.
Okay.
Yeah.
But now it's a Steam
Now it's
Deck,
Steam
dude.
Deck.
Steam Deck. There's robots. Have you seen these? Like little just droids.
Yeah.
They're just driving around Galaxy's Edge now. Droids, full on
Yeah.
droids
Whoa.
in the space,
Dude.
like looking up at people
Wow.
reacting and stuff.
And they say
When
that
did they-
have,
Like I saw a video, and I don't know if it was like when the park wasn't open, and they were like, "Hey, look at these things we just finally got working," or if it was like normal
When did they
operating
add
day.
that? Do you know how new that is?
oh, it's like
I was
a week
there.
ago. No,
Oh, okay.
yeah.
I was gonna say like I was
Wow.
there a few months ago and they didn't have that.
And that's the thing about Galaxy's Edge is I'll be like, "Oh, like this, Mandalorian characters there or this thing," and there's like no guarantee that they're going to be wandering around. When you go
Yeah.
back there like, oh,
What's the
Chewie's
name
there?
of the
Cool.
What's the name of the original character for that land?
oh,
the girl.
that was one of those names. Like when I found out about that character, I was like, never forget this name. This
Oh,
is such
yeah.
a cool thing they did. Like, know her lore and
Well, 'cause last
gone.
time-
she has blue hair. That's
Yeah. Well, I just think she's super cool looking, and like last time we were there, she walked by, and I was like, "Oh, that's her! That's her!"
Yeah.
Anyway, whatever.
But apparently they have dressed them though, Jones. They've got like little white shells or whatever around them.
Oh, make
Oh, okay.
They
Imperial.
look like they're in world or whatever, but they're Steam Decks. Yeah.
That's awesome.
I saw someone on the news make a cool ghost prop on a Roomba. And
Oh.
the ghost, like,
that's
moves
funny.
like
around
Kevin
the house.
McAllister style.
Yeah, it looks really cool.
Sick.
All right. It's time for Love and Respect.
Love and respect.
From Zach Wojnar.
Yo, Zach.
Were the Allies cool in high school? Were you bullied?
Great question.
When did you come out of your shells? Was there a particular catalyst that helped to coax out the real you? I was pretty shy until I started playing drums in high school, and when I saw the attention it got me, I became much more extroverted. Thus, I credit music with my current life and demeanor.
No, we were never bullied ever.
No. Our school didn't really have
Yeah, we didn't
any
like have any
issues,
like that.
yeah. And I had like Brad and everyone was like in like my core group of friends, but I tried to be like I would have like one friend in like each group.
Yeah,
you know
I
what
had that a
mean?
lot, too.
Yeah. So I don't think I was popular, but I
We
wasn't
were.
like bullied
I mean,
or
like
anything.
I'd say we were popular, but we weren't like prom kings.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
Like,
just like normal.
yeah.
How many? For context, how many people were in your high school?
We don't know. I think we had a smaller high school though, didn't we?
But definitely like probably a couple thousand, maybe like 1,000 or 2,000 at most. Maybe like 1,000.
I don't know.
Less than 1,000, like 800 maybe.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
That's insane to me.
Is that a lot?
That's crazy.
No.
In their whole school.
It's 4 years, so it'd be like
Yeah.
9, 10, 11, 12.
Well, there's
My
like
school-
a couple high schools by us too.
yeah.
My entire school had 300 people in it.
I had 750 in my class.
Wow.
Wow.
I had 70 in my class.
This is a
I want to say
big high
mine is
school.
probably around the same size that they're thinking. But
I'm gonna say like 600 to 900 would be
Students?
would be a
Everyone?
good guesstimate.
probably,
maybe.
yeah.
Sure.
Yeah, I'd say like maybe
Sure.
like 1,000 overall,
Yeah.
like 250 per class kind of
Yeah.
thing. Yeah.
That seems
Okay.
My school, we had, it was 76 in my graduating class, I think. I remember seeing footage of like LA high schools and how like lockers were outside and their buildings, like there were no hallways and whatever. And like me in a bunker with no windows in the middle of Wisconsin. I'm like, what the hell?
I mean, similar to what you were saying about LA, but like our school in Florida,
Yeah.
literally built on a swamp. So it like it was all outside like that, and the lockers were outside like that. But also like it would start raining, and you just like trucking through like knee deep water, and like, can we go home? It's like no. Like, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's gonna be like a hurricane later today. Can we go home?
Our high school was supposed to be temporary. It was going to be like a outdoor like shopping mall or something, I think,
Wow.
originally.
That's
but
so
they just
LA.
kept it.
Chad, if you want to see our high school,
Yep.
check out the film Gleaming the Cube with Christian Slater.
Yeah, that's
Whoa.
our high school.
They legitimately film it at our high school.
Whoa.
That's funny, dude.
Check it
That's
out.
tubular.
Flagpole, dude.
Yep.
Yeah.
I was bullied ruthlessly from like sixth grade through freshman year of high school. In freshman year, I decided to just ditch my entire friend group and swap to a different one. But the main problem in high school was the senior class when I came in. So like they would bully me and stuff. And I remember like one guy like shoved me up against the lockers, and then I screamed
Jesus.
what the fuck is wrong with you? Like so loud. And our lockers in the middle of the lunchroom, so like everyone heard me, and he didn't fuck with me after that. But like
Good.
once they were gone, then our high school became kind of like what you guys were describing, where like there weren't necessarily like cliques or hierarchies, and I was kind of just friendly with everybody. And then I was on the more popular end, I think, of high school. But again, it was, everyone knew everyone. It was 300 people
Yeah.
like soaking wet,
Yeah. We had older brothers too, so that probably maybe helped.
Totally.
Yeah. Yeah, my sister didn't love that, I think. Like, when she got to high school, there was still, like, an award in choir class named after me, which was not, to my understanding, an honor to receive. It was like, you're the class, like, the clown. Like, you talk too much, and that's how you get that award.
Got it.
But, yeah.
Yeah, I remember I was on like a math teacher's bad side for like the first 3 months because of my brother.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's like,
funny.
Bloodworth. Like I got a side eye the whole time.
Up until high school, I was definitely the kid that, like, teachers would pick to be their scapegoat. Like, I would get in trouble in every single class until, like, high school.
No one got in trouble more than Mike.
No.
Nice.
No one ever.
A lot of trouble.
I did a lot of musicals, and as we know, musicals are very cool. So
That's what my reaction to this question when I first read it is like, Zach, you think I'm cool now? Like,
What's weird is musicals were cool at my high school. So, like, being in the musicals were, like,
They were very cool
in
in the musical theater department. There was,
because our school is so small, like, being in the plays made you, like, the cool kids. Yeah.
High school, musicals were also really cool at my high school. Like the two coolest, I went to a school full of ugly nerds, so there was like no reason to bully other people because it's like, okay, you're also an ugly nerd. So at like the two most popular boys in my school were both doing college level calculus in musicals and also like friends with everyone.
Wow.
Yeah.
crazy. Yeah. Yeah, definitely bullied and teased in every which way, for sure. Whether it's the length of my hair or the length of my pants, because I would always be
Yeah.
you outgrow them a little bit,
But that's-
or whatever.
That's just smart thinking if your school's flooding every 5 minutes.
Right.
Everything's coming up Millhouse,
I was gonna say that too about that, because they said like when I was there, I want to say it was like junior, senior year, like they had started to renovate the schools, and they left a lot of the old classroom buildings because they were like hurricane proof.
Oh, wow.
So, like we can't build them better than this. We're just put on new windows or something like
Sure.
that. Yeah.
That's part of why ours was built into a hill with very few windows, because a tornado could just roll right over it and it would be fine.
Yeah. But yeah, it's so weird to like that juxtaposition too of like now it's like any school is just like surrounded by fences or whatever, and like back then it was like, oh, let's just go ride our bikes around the school.
Right.
Yeah.
Last year I stopped by my high school and I'm like, oh, let me just stop in and see what's going on. I'm like, oh, I can't get in. Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
That was different, 20 years ago.
Totally.
From Sam Handrick. Hey, allies. I just finished John Romero's autobiography recently.
Yeah.
And it brought a question to mind. At the end of the book, after going over the many ups and downs of id Software and beyond, Romero mentions that he's now hard at work on his first major first-person shooter game in decades, with a publisher and AAA budget and all. It got me excited at the prospect of an industry icon who has sort of left the spotlight for many years to be eyeing a major return. And it made me curious. Are there any major game creators of years gone by who are no longer in the spotlight that you would love to see return with a big, splashy, new project? Whether that's a single person or a team. Who do you want to come back?
Peter Molyneux.
Don't.
I mean, he is.
There's like an article he just said.
talking.
He's like, I'm coming back.
He's talking.
It's a
But
bit,
it'd be
right?
funny. It'd be funny if it was like a reality show, and like by losing the reality show, like if you kept winning the reality show, you got to make like your own game. But if you lost, like you had
What
to
is this
collaborate
headline?
with him. You
I
know,
remember
like
there's a funny part of this headline too, if I can
so.
find
It's
it.
like, oh no, like he was just like a wild card. You know,
We made
like,
a joke
No
on-
whammies, no whammies. He would just come in and mess everything up.
Elise and I had a joke on Man Ups like a year or two ago about a Peter Molyneux game that was described as play to earn. It was like a cryptocurrency game.
Yeah, this is on gamesindustry.biz. Peter Molyneux is returning to his roots.
I saw.
Yeah. Talking about his return to PC and console, countering the notion that everything he says is a promise.
I thought he'd be more worried about everything he says being a lie.
Sure.
The game's not out. That's really all you can do. That's funny.
Who's the guy that did Ninja Gaiden, Devil's Third?
Oh, Itagaki.
Yeah, let's
Coming
get that
every
maniac
Itagaki,
back.
yeah.
Doing something, dude.
Yeah.
That guy had a lot of bad rumors around him. I don't know how much of
never
it's
mind
true,
then.
but yeah.
You should stay away.
There was some not good stuff. for sure.
It's gonna happen, but let's get Mikami back. You know,
Let's get him back. It's time.
Oh yeah, he's just
Yeah.
on like one of
Yeah,
those
he's a-
non-compete holds
Yeah.
or something, right? Yeah.
but we're desperate for
Yeah.
that man.
Desperate, for sure. And I want to see what Kumi Nakamura is going to do. It's
Yeah.
just been like so much build-up. It's like, what
Yeah,
do you-
she's just working. Like we just haven't had
Yeah.
enough time to see what she's doing.
yeah. I still feel like she left like
Not long enough
Years
to
and
reveal
years.
a game. She had to build a whole studio and
True,
everything,
yeah.
and
That
she
stuff
also
takes
had like a
time.
leave of absence before that
Dude,
started.
True.
Huber, are we ever gonna get a
Had a kid?
glorious Warren Spector return?
I feel like he's got one more in him. He's got one more
He's
in him.
working
a
on
good pick.
something. Now.
Yeah.
He's got a company, but it's not been that much in the limelight.
Well,
As long as
Yeah.
he's an ideas man, so he's got to have other people execute.
Yeah.
So
Were you
Yeah.
talking about Akumi Nakamura, Huber? Is that who
Yeah.
you're talking?
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
the
yeah.
spooky lady. Yeah, I was. That's who I was gonna say, but I didn't know her name.
The one I was thinking of, and like and there's another one. Like I know he's putting out games and he's been working on stuff, but get another Final Fantasy headed up by Sakaguchi.
yeah,
Oh my goodness.
Bring him back.
yeah.
Get him with the new
Just
team.
got chills.
Get him and Yoshi P work together on something. Yeah.
that's out of control. Dude. that's out of control.
Get the dream team back. My God. Ooh.
Wow. 17. Final Fantasy 17.
It's probably like 7 years away, so we got time.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's play a game. From Frankie. This is called Spider Power or Milk Turned Sour. That's a real or fake game. Hey, allies, and welcome back, Jones. Here's a fun one to celebrate the launch of Spider-Man 2. Across the 60-plus year history of Spider-Man, his exact power set has changed back and forth a lot. The much newer Miles Morales has also had his powers change over time, over the past decade. Below is a list of different powers both Peter Parker and Miles Morales may or may not have had at one point or another across the Spider-Man comics.
Got it.
Can you tell the real from the fake?
Probably not. Let's do
Yeah,
it.
probably not.
Yeah, probably not.
6 arms.
Spider power.
Spider power, yeah.
There's a version who had that. Yeah.
Yeah, like metal arms. I don't know about like real arms.
Yeah, does
but
that count?
Yeah, that's Peter.
Yeah.
That's
Peter.
TASM 100 through 102.
there you go.
Retractable stingers.
No.
No. Stingers?
No. Spiders don't sting.
Yeah, I'll say no.
It's true.
Ah.
Peter. Gross. Spider-Man the Other.
The other.
Spider skates.
No.
Spider skates.
Please be
dude.
real.
Please be
Yes,
real.
I want it
love
to be
that.
Some
real.
like 1960s shit.
Yeah, go
sure.
spider.
Just
skate.
because it's like not, he doesn't like own skates and decide to use them. This is a power he has.
Right. They're not just shoes he puts on. Yeah.
I really like that idea. Please.
I'm gonna say no.
It's fake.
You could like turn symbiote into skates. If you
Yeah,
really
I'm
wanted
thinking of
to.
wheels like popping out of his feet, but it's like really painful. It's like Wolverine,
Yeah, like Wolverine.
every time. It hurts every time.
Has Spider-Man ever had the power to talk to spiders?
I don't think spiders have a lot to say. I say no.
No?
Ant-Man with
I
ants.
say no.
Yeah, no.
It's true.
Oh.
Also in Spider-Man, The Other.
The other's a gold mine.
Yeah.
Yeah, we gotta read that.
Some Madam Web shit or something.
Okay, this is a little explanation, so give it a second. A were spider transformation. This is different from the man spider.
Oh, then yeah, it's got to be.
For sure.
I mean,
I just think
Some
with the
multiverse-
context there, it obviously happened. Like,
Yes.
Some multiverse shit.
I
Yeah.
hope for Frankie's case, like that this is fake because that's like some grade
It's
A.
very specific. No,
like
Actually, yeah.
fakery. Yeah.
talking about he looks exactly like this, and these things come out this way.
Yeah.
Did it happen or not? You're like, probably. not.
That's Peter from TASM 437. The power cosmic.
Sure.
For sure.
No?
No.
The power cosmic.
Power cosmic.
What the fuck does
Yeah,
that
I'm
mean?
gonna say yeah.
I don't know. That's Miles in Spider-Geddon.
Huh?
Ah.
Okay.
Have any of them had a summonable spider mount?
No.
Yes.
60s had to have.
That's fake.
Oh, damn.
Frankie.
Because we want it so bad. You know it.
Have they had a tech billionaire status like Batman?
For sure.
Have to have.
Some
And some
multiverse-
others,
Some
yeah,
alternate-
yeah.
alternate
Some
universe.
boy- yeah.
Like
Sure, I'll buy
evil
it.
corporate Peter,
Yeah.
dude.
He would hate that. Yeah.
This is Peter, SSM 20. Spider martial arts, the way of the spider.
No.
No, but that sounds great.
No.
Yes.
Jones got it.
Yeah.
Ah.
Peter, TASM 664.
It sounds like some 90s action right there.
Yeah.
The way of the spider.
Yeah.
And have either of them had a laser sword?
Yes.
Seems pretty
No.
common, dude. A laser sword?
Sure.
Everyone's
Yeah.
got a laser sword in
Some
comic
point.
books.
How do you define laser?
It's Miles.
Yeah.
Miles had a laser sword.
Good for
MMSM 4 and 5.
There it is.
Love a good laser sword.
Thanks for playing, and congrats on the book, Jones.
Thank you.
Hey, wait. How about the power to move you? So I just
Babe
kept
with the power.
thinking about that.
From Steven, MXA Ghost Oz. Hello, allies and Jones. The average American will spend 42
Jones will
hours a
forever
year
be an ally.
in
Yeah.
traffic, commuting from
Wait,
place
what,
to
how
place.
many? How long? How long?
42 hours a year. Traffic patterns in video games
More.
can be a fascinating yet frustrating aspect of virtual worlds. Recently, Spider-Man 2 showed off their traffic patterns against their previous game. What's your most memorable experience with bizarre or infuriating traffic AI in a game, and how did it impact your immersion and gameplay?
GTA 5.
This would be Grand Theft Auto.
GTA 5, the enhanced edition, which increased traffic. Yeah.
Sure.
So is that bizarre or infuriating?
It's amazing. I don't know. It's not bizarre or infuriating.
Well, that's what we
I
asked.
love it.
I would.
I guess it is infuriating when you're trying to get away and you're like
Sure.
ramming into people. Sure.
Right.
Yeah.
I would. Well, online too. Just like
Yeah.
that first vibe of just like seeing like cops chasing somebody that
Yeah.
wasn't you. Like, but no, I remember at San Andreas, cars would like go 50 on the freeway. Like cars were like going very fast. Like if you played, Vice City and you actually got on the busy roads, like you were always like weaving around them. And the thing about the PlayStation 2, 4 might have done this as well, but like in the PS2 era, anytime you would turn, because there were some missions where it's like you find this type of car, and so I'd run out of the street and be like, oh, there's no cars. Okay, there are cars now. I just had to do like a 180 in the other direction, and then like, they've all spawned now. And so if you're on the freeway in San Andreas, you turn your back to the other direction, and like you just go flying in the air. One of these like super fast cars would come
Yeah.
flying by. But like that, I remember being really startled with that when I first played San Andreas. Like, whoa, that's awesome that they were going fast.
In Cyberpunk recently, I was riding my motorcycle and some guy just fucking sideswiped me and I went flying and just
Yes.
died. I was like,
Yeah.
all right, cool, dude.
Yeah. Sometimes in GTA, it really feels like they're aiming for you.
Yeah.
You'll be like driving and just someone will like right into your lane.
Yeah.
And it's just like, dude, are you AIing me?
I was like, oh, it's Night City. It's just like, that's just the way
Right,
it is.
right.
the chaos of Night
I had
City.
so many hilarious glitches with
For Forza,
Cyberpunk.
what about with Forza though recently with you?
Well, that's a little different. But with traffic stuff, one thing, I don't have the specific moment, but like anytime, Huber, where like you're like following another car, they do this with walking too.
Yeah.
But like it's just never the right speed. Mm-hmm. It's like you're just like, you're going so slow, but I have to stay
Yeah.
behind you. But I'm like, I can't keep you to like a good pace.
Yeah,
here.
games have problems
Just
with
going
that.
forever. But two that I thought of, we talked about this earlier. True Crime.
True Crime.
Streets of LA. Kind of similar to what you were talking about,
Yeah.
Jones. I would be like going down like Pico Boulevard or something, and like the draw distance was so short that this like stuff would just pop up in front of you. It's like you're like just fine in the middle of the road, and like all of a sudden I was like, oh no, there's just a bunch of pylons, and like bump 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 bump. I was like, those weren't there a second ago. What are you doing?
Yeah.
And they also, that game is crazy because they like built it to scale, so like it would actually like take you 10, 15 minutes to get from downtown to Santa
Yeah.
Monica.
I remember showing
Yeah.
my parents that game when I got it because they lived in LA for so long.
Yeah.
It's like 5 is great, but it's a parody of Los Angeles, where that game is like you go on the 10 freeway west, and it's every street all the way down.
Yeah.
Crazy.
it's wild. I also remember playing L.A. Noire, and just like how
Yep.
bonkers must have been to be. I mean, it didn't mean anything to them at the time, but like going back time traveling to that era, there's just no traffic anywhere, and it wasn't like, oh, this isn't realistic. It was like just not a lot of people own cars. Like,
Right.
it was wild. Weird to see.
And then, of course, Burnout.
I was gonna say Burnout Paradise
Yeah.
is like the best and infuriating at the same time.
Yeah.
Because you just one little clip and you crash and burn.
Yeah. Like any game exemplifies traffic.
Yeah.
That's the Burnout
Shout out,
series.
shout out to Deadly Premonitions 1 and 2, but like skateboard in the middle of the road, like just stopping traffic. It's good stuff.
Excellent. It's time for bets. This week's bet. Talking about all those October games. Next Friday, Alan Wake 2 is here. How many words will be in the first spoken sentence? Brad.
9.
9. Brandon.
My name is Alan Wake. 5.
Nice,
5.
perfect.
Huber.
5.
5. Isla.
It's either that or my name is Saga Anderson.
6.
6. Gabby proxy for Dawn.
My name is Alan Wake.
Oh my god.
I did that also in my head, but I went, and I'm a writer.
And I'm a writer. Yes.
Gabby's was 5, also for listeners.
Nice.
Yeah, so 3 5s, and mine is 3.
Oh,
55.
writing is hard.
But it was very much like, I'm Alan Wake. It was the same thinking.
I hope it's just like time or something, like
Yeah.
one word.
Thing you have to understand about horror is that you're like, oh, damn.
Yeah, all right, well. Wait, do I have the high?
Yeah.
No,
That's it.
Brad
Oh, no,
has
Brad, you got 9.
Brad
yeah.
is-
yeah, Brad with the 9.
Brad wins.
Yep.
We'll see.
Last week's bet. Sonic Superstars came out this Tuesday. I looked through the official Sonic Twitter account to find the total runtime of all videos posted between last week's podcast and this Thursday.
It's a good bet.
The previous week, there had been 2 videos that came to a total of 447. Brad bet 5 minutes. Huber bet 2 minutes and 15 seconds. Damiani bet 2 minutes. Isla bet 3 minutes and 12 seconds. Don bet 3 minutes. And I bet 5 minutes and 26 seconds. There was a battle mode trailer. Remember that battle mode we played toward the end with the weird little robot guys?
That thing was sick.
That was 3 minutes and 11 seconds long.
Wow.
And then there was launch trailer. That was 1 minute and 30 seconds long.
Okay.
And that's it, bringing the total to 441 Just 6 seconds different from the week before. Brad won that bet.
We needed it.
Brad.
So bad.
God.
Bringing the scores to Garrulous Ducks 28.
Do you know the score?
Sleepy Grizzlies 18.
Okay.
10.
Yeah.
Jones, what's patreon.com/easyallies?
That's where you could go if you want to support the Easy Allies. Of course, there's a lot of fun ways to support the Easy Allies, viewership and supporting us on all the various channels. But if you go to patreon.com/Easy Allies, you can support us specifically financially at various tiers, and you get various rewards
I can handle
for
all
those
that.
tiers.
Don't worry about trying to remember those. But
Yeah, I'm still on one of them. The name has changed, but I'm still, I am still involved. But it is also another place that you can go to get news about the Allies. It's another place where other things are posted behind the scenes. You can get updates on when things are going to happen, schedules, for various shows and specials and stuff like that. So, but predominantly is where you can go to support the Easy Allies, because this is how Easy Allies functions, primarily through Patreon. So shout out to all of our patrons.
yeah, at $5, you get this podcast 2 days early. You get 2 bonus Love and Respect questions that we record after the live stream. You get to submit to Love and Respect. You get Fast and Loose, reaction shots, Trash Babies, extended cuts. You get in that Discord where you get to share your music and all this other kind of fun things going on. Talk about the news. $10, you get to submit to things like our Q&A and our community showcase. And then $25 and up are all our producers. You get your names on here once a month. And our $250 platinum tier, platinum producers, get a shout out on this podcast every week, as well as shout outs on Frame Trap and Reaction Shots. And this month's shout outs go to Javawebs, El Thanis, Greg, The Dark Knight Kettering, and Miguel. Shout out. Jones, where can they find you? Where can they find this book?
You can find this book at various retailers if you search Whirly World, and if you search Brandon Jones and Whirly World, and to any search engine, it'll take you to all of the various stores. And you can follow me at Trailer Jones on Instagram and Twitter, where I'll be posting a lot of the info. If you just follow me on the Twitter, I post some fun stuff. One thing I posted on Instagram was like the evolution of the map. I showed like my dumb little scribble that I did, and I sent off to. Shout out to Jeff Delgado who did the map. So I try to do different things on there. And so, like I said, got the audiobook next week, and other little fun things will roll out, so stay tuned.
Yeah, so if you like hearing Jones talk,
Yeah,
There you go.
9.5 hours of it, so enjoy.
directly pay for that. Brad,
Yes.
you get to promote any Easy Allies video you'd like to promote. You get the final word on anything you disagreed with, want to reiterate, or just popped in your head, and you get to sign off with your trademark. Sign off.
Okay, so video. I came out of retirement, hair retirement.
Yes.
We gave Huber a haircut. The patrons paid for it, so I came out of retirement and gave Huber a haircut.
Looks good.
I'm rusty, but it was still fun to do.
No, it's good.
So I had a lot of fun doing that. Let's see. Final word? Oh God, I hope Blizzard gets better again, dude. I'm
Yeah.
so please, man. Just please be good again. Just please. You're killing me and Huber here. We're just fucking dying. It hurts, man. Jones, you do the sign out.
Oh, nice. Well, I didn't bring the cup, which kills me. So I'll be just doing it with the bottle. Well, this is for you, for everybody in the next room, and for all of you at home. Cheers.
Shout out to Ding Chavez.